And we are live. What's going on, everybody?
Live.
Hope everyone's having a wonderful Wednesday. And I'm excited about this Q&A. Trevor, how you doing today, man?
Dude, I'm doing great. As always, I have so much fun doing these with you. Happy hump day, everyone. Wednesday's the day. I look forward to my Wednesday nights. I really do.
Me too. They're great. It seems like we already have some people in here, by the way. I see Ian Bigwood is in here. Shout out to Ian. You should check out his channel. He's a longtime supporter of Trevor and I. He says,
Ian's a great guy.
School is starting up soon in a couple of weeks, and I was wondering, what was 10th grade like for you guys? Trevor, do you have any unique 10th grade experiences?
I won't share a bad one, but I had a lot of fun 10th grade. I had a really bad teacher, and that's something you can't control. But I had a lot of fun. And if you play sports or you're in theater or you do anything like that, do it, man. Have fun. It was cool.
Yeah.
Don't have anything like no advice. Just be yourself, man. Have fun. And like 10th grade for me, if once I was myself and made the friends that I did, like, dude, it was my oyster. It was just super fun hanging out. Can't complain.
Yeah, 10th grade was a lot of fun. I actually took a team sports class that year, where I was like one of the few sophomores who took it, and there were a bunch of seniors who took that class as well. So we played like 3-on-3 basketball tournaments. We played like soccer. We played some flag football. It was a ton of fun. That was also the year I had chemistry, though, and I don't like chemistry. So it had its pros and cons, as every year of high school did, but it was fun.
Yeah, I took a class where I would show up 10 minutes late every day because my brother took me to school. And my teacher, he would put the peace sign up like this. He never graded a project. Everyone had an A. And then if you did, you could show up 5 minutes before the bell rang, and he would mark you as you were there. And he would just give peace sign. His name was Mr. Shaw. Yeah, it's good, dude.
I wish I had Mr. Shaw. I wish I had Mr. Shaw my senior year, second semester.
Yeah, go ahead.
When I didn't care at all. Senior year.
Oh, exactly semester, right.
That would be awesome.
Like, heck of seniors had his class. He was 6'5", bald with a beard that went out to here, like down to here. Like, so that puts it, he was probably 250. He's a big guy. But one dude, I remember his name was Bo, and he never did a project once. And he came up and he said, "Bo, you have like a 2% in my class." He literally had like a 2%. And he was like, "Dude, can you help me out?" He's like, "Yeah, you're good. Get out of here." And he waved everything.
He passed the class.
Yeah, he got like an A, like everyone else did. He does what he said, like, "Dude, what the hell?" And it was just funny.
Yeah, we need more teachers like that. We do. I see Colin's in here. What's going on, Colin? Max is in here. Oh, loyal subscriber, Max.
Max talks movies, man.
Yeah. He says, "Did you pick up Seven Samurai, Chris?" They did not have it in the store that I went to, Max, but I will say this. I went to Barnes & Noble today. You'll have to wait and see until the end of the month. So there you go. Certain Vids is in here. What's going on, Certain? Glad to see you. Danny K Reviews, great channel. You should all check him out. He says, "Did Cliff Booth kill his wife?" I think it's clear he did, and the real question is if he did it on purpose or accident. Trevor, do you have any thoughts on this from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
If what's crazy is I always forget about this, but like when I watched the movie like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and it shows the scene, he is clearly fed up and just shoots her. Like, come on. He definitely did it. It's clear. He killed his wife.
He did kill his wife. I think that Tarantino puts that nice detail in there, how you can hear the water getting rough in the background so that it leaves it up to interpretation. So I'll go with he did it on accident. He's clearly fed up with their crap, but the wave maybe knocks the trigger. Because I don't know if he would just... I don't think Cliff's the type of person that would just kill someone like that without real reason, like besides the fact that he's annoyed. I can't see him doing it, but who knows? That's why.
I mean, what he did to those Manson kids, like I wouldn't be surprised that he obliterated those Manson children. So.
Rightfully so, though, because they were.
I understand. They're terrible people.
Dog. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yankee 88 says, "Surprise, Chris, I made it." Well, glad to see you here. I'm glad you could make it. I see we have Jaron Talks Movies in here. What's going on, Jaron? Congrats on 500 subs, by the way. I saw that.
Congrats, man. That's awesome. Yeah.
Keep on grinding, as Trevor and I say.
Yeah.
Cam says, "Dope license plate, Trevor."
Thank you. Some guy, weird dude from Georgia, sent it to me. I don't know if you know him, but he's super weird. He sends me stuff sometimes. Can't
it's kind of weird that like anyone would send you like a package to you too, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Jaron says 11th grade is the worst year. 10th grade is fun. I think 11th grade is the worst class-wise because of like physics and physics. I just don't like it.
You're an overachiever, dude. I never took that. I took biology. Then all I had to do was one more year. I had to do 3 years of science. And then I did criminalistics, which is basically like you watch Criminal Minds and you do labs. Super easy class. And I was like, I am not taking chemistry. But 10th grade was fun. I remember 11th grade being pretty chill, but senior year, man, can't beat it. Senior year was it was so cool. People like respected you when you're walking around, you know, and everyone's like, oh my God, there's a senior. It's like we look hecka big to them. And now if I see senior kids in high school, I'm like, oh, you guys aren't that big. But as a senior, you're the big dog on campus. Embrace it. Jaren, are you going to be in your senior year, Jaren? If you're still in here, I would love to know that.
Yeah, for sure. Senior year it's the funnest for sure, and you feel like the big dog finally.
Yeah, exactly. And like the last week at our school, they just set up a couple of volleyball nets and spike ball courts. And like the last probably week and a half, everyone who was senior who wanted to, I just left, but you could go play volleyball, spike ball, and everything. Yeah. Yeah. Don't leave.
There was a lot of leaving school towards the end there. Just like
exactly.
Certain Vid says, "What's up, dudes? What are your thoughts on the Paul Blart movies?" And the third one's going to come out. Wow, I didn't know they were making a third one. And if that's true, that's awesome because the first Paul Blart it's like a childhood favorite of mine. I would go over to my neighbor's house and I would just die from laughter watching it, especially the scene where he's in the mall and he's playing Rock Band and he's playing Detroit Rock City by Kiss. I love that scene. And the movie itself is actually pretty entertaining, in my opinion. I never saw the second one. Trevor, what do you think?
Is Paul Blart Mall Cop the first one? Doesn't his mom get hit by like a milk truck?
I don't remember that detail, so I could be wrong. It's been a while since
I remember that was the only. If that's the movie, it's the only one I really laughed at. If the third one's coming out, I think I heard something about it. Isn't it like not a children one? Isn't it rated R? But I could be mistaken. But
I haven't heard about it, so
I don't know what happened to Kevin James. I thought he was hilarious with Adam Sandler and Adam Sandler movies. I know he did some weird criminal movie, like he was the bad guy recently.
Yeah, I saw that. Mm-hmm.
You watched the movie, or you?
No, I did not see the movie. I saw that he was playing like a neo-Nazi or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yankee 88 says, I have a fantasy baseball draft later. Who should I pick first? You're asking the wrong person. I don't really watch the MLB. Trevor.
Only one I know is Aaron Judge. All rise. If you can pick him, go for it, man. Other than that, I got nothing for you.
Actually, yeah, Mike Trout. I think he's probably a good pick. I know that he's like the best in baseball right now, as I think many say. So you could go with him.
Puig.
Yeah, he has COVID, doesn't he? I think he has COVID right now.
I don't know. Yeah, but he's a Yankee fan, so obviously, if he can pick Aaron Judge, I'm guessing.
Yeah. By the way, we have 11 people watching, so thank you, everyone. Keep dropping your questions down below. We really do enjoy these. They're probably like the most fun videos we do. I think Trevor agrees.
They sure do. Hit the thumbs up button because it helps. What?
Thumbs up button helps the algorithm. So yeah,
there it is.
The YouTube algorithm, whatever that may be, it helps it out.
Yep.
Max Talks Movie says, "What's a subplot that ruined a movie for you?" Wow, Trevor, do you have any that pop in your head?
I know if you look at Yankee 88's comments, 2 down, that's your answer.
Oh yeah, thank you for that answer, Yankee 88. Canto Bite, it ruins Last Jedi, and I've talked about that a lot. I can't stand that little side quest they go on. That is literally the purpose of it is to find someone to hack into the shield of a Star Destroyer. So it's absurd, so unnecessary. But Trevor, do you have any? That's kind of a tough one to think of off the top of your head.
Yeah. A subplot I wasn't the biggest fan of, and it's grown on me now because I love the movie. But I'm gonna go Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and I get it resolves itself at the end. But like certain times going to the Manson family and like Spawn Ranch, that's a scene I felt could have been way cut down. Don't get me wrong, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's like probably my favorite Tarantino movie, one of my favorite movies of last year. I love it, but that scene, sometimes that subplot that they go on, seems it seems a little dragged out to me, so that's a subplot. Not ruined a movie for me, but one I'm not the biggest fan of, I could say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel that I love the movie, but I wish it was a little shorter. Maybe cut some things down. You know,
like the Spawn Ranch just seemed with Dakota Fanning and all those people with their feet up, just seemed a little unnecessary. Gross.
A little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Sammy Boy's in here. What's going on? He says, "Seen The Mandalorian. Thoughts?" Trevor, you have any? Do you want to go first, or do you want me to take it?
I enjoy The Mandalorian. I am terrible at watching TV shows, so I haven't seen the season finale, but I'm probably going to rewatch it all leading up to season 2, do some Mandalorian content on the tube. So,
have to.
Yeah, have to. I have a Baby Yoda though. So I know you do. Go ahead.
That Baby Yoda. Show it off if you want. If you want, dude. I need to get myself one of those. Those are sick.
Ta-da.
Yeah.
So cute, dude.
I love The Mandalorian. I think it's probably my favorite. Black Hawk Down. I think it's probably my favorite Star Wars content since. So The Force Awakens and that are probably my favorites since the original trilogy. Like I love The Mandalorian. I think it's so cool how they took this new character and they put him in a post Return of the Jedi Star Wars universe, but it still has that original trilogy feel. I just love it so much. I think that that's the direction Disney Star Wars needs to take. It's crazy that they are able to make The Mandalorian, but then they still make movies like The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker. We get into that another time, but that's just my.
What's your favorite episode from The Mandalorian?
From The Mandalorian,
yeah,
I think my favorite episode is 7 and 8. I combine the two.
Okay,
7 and 8.
So I haven't seen 8, but my favorite as right now would be Bryce Dallas Howard's episode she directed. Dude, that is some awesome battle going on.
Which one is that? Is that episode 3?
It's the one. There's a huge battle in it. I don't know exactly which episode that is. There's like she did great.
Okay, yeah. There's a lot of good episodes. Some of them are anthology, and then towards the end, it's more like building on the story. But I like how there's anthology episodes too. So season 2 later this year, I believe. I'm looking forward to it.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Yankee88 says, thoughts on Voldemort. I think he is the most overrated villain. Wow, that is shocking to me. That is shocking to me.
A hot take? That might be a hot take.
That is. What do you think of Voldemort?
So I need to rewatch all the Harry Potter movies. I'm a fan. I'm not a huge fan, like not nearly as big a fan as you are. But the thing about Voldemort that scared me is like the first 3-4 movies, we don't even get to see him. It's just something like he's kind of out there. It's more of like we know he's out there and he's eventually gonna come. That's what's so scary about him. Like everyone goes like, you know who. To me, it reminds me of Sauron from The Lord of the Rings. We never get to see him, but like we just know he's out there, and if he comes, we're all screwed. So I think Voldemort's fantastic. I did a villains video with Certain, and he almost made my top 5, but he would probably be number 6.
I don't think he's overrated at all. I think he's a fantastic villain. Like you said, the anticipation is there. You don't see him for a few movies. You get like these different iterations of him. You really understand his backstory and his story and how he plays a role in Harry's life. And he's kind of the antithesis of Harry, seeing how their relationship, they're kind of tied together throughout the whole franchise. I absolutely love it. I think that when he does show up in Goblet of Fire, it's like, he's not messing around. He's here to play. And you see that. And he's just so menacing. I love him. So I disagree respectfully, Yankee. I disagree respectfully.
That's a hot take. Hey, man. Own those hot takes, Yankee. Dude, that's awesome.
Own them. Yeah, own them. I like this question a lot, by the way.
I do, too.
If Adonis Creed, this is from Jared Talks Movies, by the way. If Adonis Creed fought Rocky Balboa in his prime, who is winning? That might be the best question of the night. I don't know if a question can top that. You're making me hype right now to watch Creed and Rocky, but I'm going to stew on this for a second. Trevor, do you have an immediate answer?
So right away it came to mind, and I'm going to go Adonis Creed. Here's why. Okay. Because Adonis Creed is trained by no other than Rocky Balboa. Are we doing that? Like talking like that too? Or no? Because I guess Rocky's in his prime and he's not trained Adonis, but like if we take like a Rocky from back then and like Adonis from them and their teams and saying that Adonis is getting trained by old school Rocky, I don't know.
I'd go Rocky, and here's why.
Okay.
A master never reveals all his secrets. So Rocky probably has something up his sleeve, you know? I would go Rocky Balboa. And that man had so much fight in him, just going every round with Apollo. It's just like, I got to go Rocky, you know? Sure. And we got more movies with Rocky. So, I mean, what would Rocky's prime be? Would it be like Rocky 3? Would it be Rocky 3 when he is on the like the montage at the beginning where he's like wins a ton in a row and then he loses but he beats Clubber? I think that might be his prime.
Probably. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen Rocky's 3 through on.
Oh, okay.
I was just guessing. I'm not a huge Rocky fan. I need to get into him.
That's fair. I can say that he kind of comes out of retirement in a way to fight Drago in the 4th one. So I would probably say Rocky 3 when he's getting trained by Apollo on the beach and stuff. I'd say Rocky wins the fight. Close, though. It probably comes down to the decision at the end.
Yeah, for sure.
Yankee asks, which celebrity could you have a fair brawl with? I think I could destroy Jared Leto. It wouldn't be fair.
Jared Leto got jacked for Morbius. Did you see him in that? He got jacked.
Yeah.
I could take Dwayne Johnson. No problem. No problem.
I mean, yeah, you could kill him. I mean, yeah, no conflict.
One guy I love, but Timothée Chalamet, he is just so scrawny and skinny. I wouldn't want to, but I feel like if I fought him, I think I could come out on top.
Yeah, that's true. I think I could take. I don't know. I could probably take Sebastian Stan down pretty easily if Cam's watching.
Oh, then you're right. Chris Evans for me. That is insane.
All right. Max Talks movie. That was a good question, by the way, Yankee. Max Talks movie says, I did a Wes Anderson double feature of Fantastic Mr. Fox and Isle of Dogs. What are your thoughts on these movies if you've seen them? Unfortunately, I have not seen them, Max. I've only seen The Grand Budapest Hotel. And Trevor, I think you might be in the same boat.
I don't think I've seen a Wes Anderson film, so I need to check them out though, because everyone recommends these movies all the time. Max, what do you think of them?
Yeah. I recommend that you check out Grand Budapest. I think you'd like it. Okay. It's the only one I've seen, probably a good starting point. And we do have 17 people in here, so thank you all very much for watching. Consider hitting the like button, helps us out, and keep dropping your questions. We enjoyed this a lot.
Yeah.
I like this question from Yankee yet again. Great question so far, man.
This might be my favorite of the night now. That's my top Jaren Stormy. Yeah. Sorry, Jaren.
If you gave Aragorn and Gandalf lightsabers, who wins in a fight? Trevor, who wins?
So if we're going to talk about this, which I will, I have to go Aragorn because I love Gandalf. Don't get me wrong. Gandalf is so powerful with like his wizard powers, but if we're just talking sword fights, Aragorn took on 9 Nazgul on the Battle of Weathertop to save Frodo, Sam. He threw a fire torch in one of their faces. I mean, Aragorn's like, he's the Strider. And Boromir got taken out by Lurtz with bow and arrow. Aragorn came in. He took out Lurtz. Aragorn fought a freaking troll, like an attack troll with a sword in the Battle of Blackgate. Aragorn's legendary to me. Don't get me wrong. I love Gandalf. I love him so much. But Aragorn is like, he's like the Obi-Wan Kenobi of like Rangers, you know? It's great question.
I would also go Aragorn. I would. Let's see. Least favorite Marvel villain and most favorite. I know Chris likes Vulture. I do really like the Vulture. My least favorite Marvel villain, Malekith, and my favorite is definitely Thanos.
Yep, I would go Thanos. Vulture is probably Vulture's tied
number 2 for me.
Loki. Yeah, he's the second with Loki for me. Least favorite villain, I'm gonna go Whiplash just because. Come on, he's just trash.
Yeah. Some love for you, Trevor. Your Lord of the Rings battle video was awesome.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks for checking out.
And he also asked, would you do a top action scenes video? That'd be pretty fun. Maybe, yeah. I'm not opposed to the idea at all. That could be fun.
To do it, you'd have to kind of like figure out, is it battles count? Because like, is Avengers Endgame end battle? Is that an action scene or is that like a battle? How are we? I don't know. You have to kind of decipher that. You know,
like an action scene. You could say maybe the bathroom fight from Fallout. That could be.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah.
And like in Raiders when he fights the dude by the airplane, stuff like that.
Speaking of Raiders, I got the Steelbook yesterday.
Whew, it's clean, dude. I wish I had that, but I have the box set instead.
I'm just gonna show it off real fast, dude. I am so excited about this because Jess, my girlfriend, hasn't seen the Indiana Jones movies, so I got to get her through Star Wars first, and then we're gonna check these out. I haven't watched these, not lying, probably 10 years. I'm probably gonna watch them all, then do like a thing I did for Spider-Man, a video like that. Like I watched these first time in 10 years. It'd be fun.
I adore that. I adore that franchise.
Oh, I know you do.
You know what? I love all of them. I don't care. I'll make a video on defending Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I will. I love all of them. And watching Chris Stuckman's videos is inspiring. Like I've always loved Chris Stuckman, but just seeing him nerd out over these Indiana Jones movies, he's been passionate about them. He made like fan Indiana Jones films that I watched those videos back in the day. Just seeing that passion in him, it makes me inspired to want to go back and do the same thing in a sense with classic movies that I love, kind of just break down every plot point and give my really in-depth thoughts on it, nerd out, maybe a longer video. I don't even care. I want to do that. I do.
Do it. Dude, you should think what it means to you and things like that. Yeah. Make it a long video. That'd be fun. I'll check it out. Exactly. I'll be there. First view.
Yes. And Cam says, you had a choice of taking camera physics? That's so weird. We had to take biology, chemistry, physics, and then the last year we could take anything. I took forensic science, but you want to explain your science setup?
So what's crazy is we just had to take 3 years of science, and every year you had to have a math, and you had to take government economics senior year. I think everyone did, but I don't know. We it was just like you had to take 3 science, and my junior year I took science off completely. So I never liked science. It was never fun to me. It was like the class I like slept in. And senior year, I did criminalistics, which was just super easy. Like Thursday, Friday, you'd watch Criminal Minds, So senior year, man, still living large. But yeah, I had we never had to do that. And people said chemistry was super hard. Then physics was even harder, and I was like, not for me. I'm not doing that.
No, yeah, science was never my field of expertise, if you will. Let's see. Do you ever have subscribers on live streams or in videos? I haven't. Technically, Trevor subscribed to my channel, so I have him on. But like people without channels, I don't think I've ever done that before. No.
Yeah. No, I haven't done that either.
Yeah. Max Talks Movies. What's the best movie scene of people eating? I like this question because I love food. I think... You know what? This is very obscure, but I always love the scene. It's in Captain America: The First Avenger. And it's when Arnim Zola is being questioned by Tommy Lee Jones's character. And he has like this steak. He has these, it's like steamed potatoes and I think broccoli. I could be wrong on the.
Ooh, that sounds good.
But the way he just eats the steak, and it makes me want to eat a steak every time. So that's the one that comes to my mind. I'm sure there's better ones. It always makes me hungry though. Trevor, what about you?
So are we talking about like a scene where like people are eating and you're like, oh, I like when they're eating? Or like, because the scene that came to mind like of eating scene was from La La Land when Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone, they like break up, like that scene when they're just eating. I don't think about the food, but I think about when they're at dinner. That scene stands out to me. Get Smart when they're talking about bread, because I love bread. Do you remember that scene when she's like, he's talking about
the movie.
Bread of life? Oh, wow. Dude, check it out. Get Smart, starring Steve Carell, Anne Hathaway, Dwayne Johnson, Terry Crews. It's a great movie. They're eating bread, and they're spies, and then Steve Carell's he's kind of annoying. Like, spitting facts like, carbs, you're going to gain this much weight. And Anne Hathaway's like, I like bread. It doesn't matter. No matter how much I eat, I stay thinsk. So that's a good one, because I love bread so freaking much. Like, go to, we have a restaurant here in Elk Grove. Sorry, I'm sticking on this. It's called Paisano's. They have fried ravioli, and they give you garlic bread with your pasta. Oh my God, mamma mia, man. So good. Chef's kiss, as Chris Bowie says.
Yes, that sounds fantastic. You said, I love bread. I do too. But bread and cheese, like I love both. I'm kind of weird about both. Like any of it, just got to have good bread when you go to a sit-down restaurant. They got to bring good bread.
Yeah. Whenever you come to Sacramento, we're going to get fat as all hell, dude. Oh, I went to this place. Sorry, I stick on food for a second. I went to this place. I can't think of the name. Buca de Beppo. My girlfriend and I went on a date night a couple weeks ago when everything kind of opened up again. It is like family style. So it's all Italian food. And basically, if we had 10 people for how much stuff we got, it could have fed all 10 of us. We had like 2 full bags of leftovers. Fettuccine with shrimp, one of my favorite Italian dishes of all time. Steamed green beans, so good. You had Parmesan chicken wings. Oh my God,
Parmesan chicken is my favorite,
dude. See, we're bros. Love it. I love it so much. And then we got a big meatball. It was a pound meatball like that big with just red sauce all over it. Then we got something else. Then we got like dessert. It was so much food. Garlic bread, big like long garlic breadsticks. Oh my God, so good. We'll have to go.
You're making me think of the prison scene in Goodfellas when they're making the Italian food, and he's got the little razor and he's cutting the garlic. I've always loved that. Jaron says, "I'm a senior. Enjoy it." And
dude, have so much fun, so freaking much fun, dude. I envy you right now. Oh, I guess are you going back to school? What's going on with that? Yeah.
Whether or not you're going in person, make the best of it. Yeah. I'm looking through the chat here. Let's see. I like this one. Dead Poet Society versus Goodwill Hunting. Goodwill Hunting, for me, it's making its way to my number one movie of all time. I've been spewing my praise of that a lot recently, and I've seen it. First time I saw it was 4 or 5 years ago, I want to say, but the recent rewatch just hit me like a lot. Like, I love that movie. It really does resonate with me. I feel like I see similarities in the character of Will sometimes. I'm not a genius, but certain life decisions I kind of struggle with as well. But Trevor, what about you?
I love Dead Poet Society, but I rewatch Good Will Hunting twice a year at least. Good Will Hunting's so good. Do you like Apples? Matt Damon and Ben Affleck both could have honestly won Oscars. I don't know who won that year, but Matt Damon, man, the scene where he's yelling at Skylar, you know, like basically like about his life and like he's saying, you don't know me, you don't love me, everything. That is so powerful. And Robin Williams, I got to see about a girl. Like we talk about it all the time. That scene where he's telling him how he met her and like they're at the World Series,
Regret.
you know. It's a powerful movie. It's really good, and I love how Step Brothers like talks about it. He's like, I'm a janitor at a high school or college, and I ride down that way. It's like Good Will Hunting. No,
that's so talking about that movie, making me tear up a little, man. Like I love Robin Williams. Rest in peace. He just turned. He would have turned 69 yesterday, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, man.
Yeah. Very sad, man. Yankee 88 says Raiders or Last Crusade. Man, that's so tough, but I have to go Raiders. I think it's one of my favorites of all time. But Last Crusade is probably my number 2 Indiana Jones movie. I freaking love it. I love Sean Connery in it. I like the Nazi plots in both those films and how they're looking for a religious artifact, the Ark of the Covenant in the first one and the Holy Grail in the third. Trevor?
I got to rewatch him, man. I got to say, when I rewatch him, it's basically going to be like a first watch. Because I remember I had him on DVD as a kid, and I was like, we went on a road trip. You brought the Indiana Jones movies to put in the portable DVD player. So I'm very excited to check them out again, man. I really am.
Yeah. And then Jaron asked Temple of Doom or Raiders. So it's Raiders. It's my favorite Indiana Jones movie. Temple of Doom's really good, though. It's actually the last Indiana Jones movie I saw because as a 10-year-old, like my neighbors were older than me and they would freak me out. They'd be like, someone gets their heart ripped out in that movie. And they would try to like scare me and all this stuff. So I was like very scared when I was super young about watching stuff that might like give me nightmares or whatever. So I never saw it until I was like 14. And then I got my wisdom teeth out or very early. At a young age, at least. And then I watched that like twice. I loved it. It's so dark, but it's so good.
14, you got your wisdom teeth out?
Yeah, 14 years old.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Did you get them out recently? I think you were older, right?
Here, I was, but when I got to I went to the dentist, I was 16, and then my wisdom teeth were coming in, and then I kept getting medicine because my wisdom tooth was coming in like this, basically. Yeah. So my jaw was messed up, but I didn't get them out until I was 21. So I don't know. I just waited and waited and waited. Now my other 3 weren't in. They wanted to remove like 1. Okay. And I wanted to make sure all other 3 were in. So then this year came to it, and I did it. So it was awesome. Got those out.
Awesome.
Hurt my ass.
I had a pretty painless experience, thankfully, but the ice pack felt nice regardless.
Sure. Yeah.
Max talks movies. Were you more hyped for Force Awakens or Endgame?
Easy.
Trevor, take it first.
So, Force Awakens was the first Star Wars I got to see in theaters. So I was definitely excited. But Endgame, I mean, I got to Endgame an hour and a half early to wait in line to really not freak out too much. I got the popcorn bucket, I got the cup and everything like I do. I cried in Endgame. It was like I was legitimately nervous, and I was with my brother, and I was making friends in theaters. You know, like my brother was kind of like guy like don't talk in the movies and all that stuff. But like in Avengers Endgame, how excited I was! I made a friend with the dude. We were literally talking about the movie, talking about what we think is going to happen, everything like that. And I was like, I should have got his number. He should have made YouTube because he was so cool. Avengers Endgame was probably one of the best experiences of my life. That might sound kind of weird, but like I think it really was one of the best experiences of my life. The whole on your left scene and everything. Come on.
I'll say this. When I went to Avengers Endgame, I actually I quarantined before quarantine for 2 days in my room. Didn't go on my phone or anything, just rewatched Marvel movies, wore headphones if I left the house. When I went to the theater, I wore headphones until the movie started. It wasn't playing any games. Yet when I saw The Force Awakens, it has to be The Force Awakens. I was more hyped for it, and here's why. We had already seen Infinity War before Endgame, which I was like, oh, what's going to happen? But with Star Wars, my first true love with movies, the original trilogy that I grew up with, I didn't get to see any of the prequels in theaters. My first Star Wars movie in theaters, just knowing that I was going to get to hear John Williams' score when the movie started, nothing will ever top that anticipation. And I was just like, we had a countdown in one of our classrooms the day the year started, days till Force Awakens. We were just going. I could not wait. So I'd have to go with The Force Awakens.
Wow. That's crazy, baby. And that's awesome though. You put a lot of things in perspective. I never would have been like the biggest Star Wars fan I was as a kid. Don't get me wrong, but like I was excited for it. But like Avengers Endgame, man, something about it. I was so terrified to go see that movie last year.
Yeah. We're gonna skip some questions here. Sorry if we don't hit them all, but which Spider-Man movie is your favorite? I think it's probably Spider-Verse at the moment, but I do love Spider-Man, the first of the trilogy.
So mine's gonna go Spider-Verse, then Homecoming. That's my top 2.
Yeah.
Spider-Verse is fantastic, so great.
Mm-hmm. Yankee 88 thoughts on election. I have a Letterboxd review, so you can check that out. I know you follow me on there. I don't want to get too in depth here because I don't think Trevor has seen it. Have you?
Nope.
Okay, yeah. Jaron says, "Yo, Chris, have you been to Fayetteville yet for the Hawaiian Chick-fil-A?" Jaron also lives in Georgia, and I have not. It's like an hour 15 from my house. I've seen like that TikTok that went viral about it, but I have not gone yet, and I don't know if I will, but I may.
You will.
Should I, Trevor?
When I fly my ass to Georgia, we're getting in the car. We're going.
We're going? All right, we will.
We're going.
We will. Let's see. Worst movie you currently own in your collection. That would be Isn't It Romantic? I haven't even seen it, but Trevor actually sent it to me in the mail, so I'd go with that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm going to go, if I can find it really fast. I don't need to find it. It's Ma. Oh, my God. Ma is atrocious. So
I haven't seen Ma.
Right?
Yeah.
Should have sent it to you.
Should have sent Ma to me, dude. I've seen one scene that made me laugh hysterically because of how just crazy it was that it happened. But yeah.
Have you seen
Cody
this?
O'Toole.
Sorry.
No.
Have you seen this?
No, I haven't.
Oh my! This is like the Keanu Reeves like I started with, you know. And then now I love him, but I was like, he's done some stinkers. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, you're good. Cody O'Toole says, "Let the battle commence. Pepsi or Coke, and only say the right answer. Don't lay down, fellas." I am like avidly against Pepsi, and I don't know how anyone could drink it. It's Coke all day. Pepsi it's borderline disgraceful in my opinion. That's probably because there's like a Southern bias. Like no one drinks Pepsi down here. If a restaurant has Pepsi, it's problematic. So Trevor, you're Pepsi or Coke?
I am a Coke guy, but like every now and then, like I drink Coke like not daily, but I drink Coke. You know, if I'm at a restaurant for dinner and stuff, I have Coke. But like every now and then to switch up to a Pepsi, you're like, oh, because you're expecting a Coke and you get Pepsi. I don't know. It's freaking the same, dude. It's pretty much the equivalent.
It's probably just a name thing, but I'll never drink Pepsi. Not a Pepsi guy. Max talks movies. Do you think Tenet will come out this year? No, I don't think any new movies will, unfortunately. It's very sad, but I don't think we're going to see a new movie in theaters this year.
Yeah.
What is worse, Batman and Robin or Superman Quest for Peace? I haven't seen Superman Quest for Peace, so I'll go Batman and Robin.
I haven't seen either.
Let's see. What is the most rewatchable Netflix original film? I think it might be. Well, I've seen Marriage Story, Irishman, Extraction, Lovebirds. That's technically Netflix. Can you think of any that you rewatch the most?
Oh, I don't really rewatch Netflix movies, but one that I want to rewatch, I might rewatch after we do the stream, is Extraction. That's a fun movie, man. It's like really simple. Like the script isn't great, the story isn't all that good, but like that knife scene, like in the alley with the I forget the guy, like the bad guy, the guy trying to get the kid's name, and like Chris Hemsworth, like fist fight and like knifing. I'm like, that is some really good choreography. I think it has 99 million views on Netflix. Like it's the most viewed Netflix movie.
That's insane. Quarantine probably helps that, but
yeah. And also the Old Guard I watched recently. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. It's not great. The script is not that good, but it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Charlize Theron, I love her. She's great. So
I'll cheat and say Stranger Things, even though it's a TV show. Just completely rigged the system. How about that? Yankee 88, There Will Be Blood or The Revenant? The Revenant, for me, I don't really care for There Will Be Blood. It might be a movie that I'll appreciate as time goes by, but as of now, I'd say The Revenant. We're going to skip some here, trying to catch up a little in the chat. Cam asked this on purpose. So, favorite Marvel movie is hands down Thor: The Dark World. I think that movie is a masterpiece and misunderstood by a lot of people. Trevor?
Yeah.
You agree, right?
100% Thor: The Dark World's massive. Yeah. It's cinematic masterpiece, man.
Yeah, it is. Hands down. Eddie S says, "What's up, guys? Chris, nice Criterion hunting trip video. Keep them coming." Yeah, I had a ton of fun shooting it. That's one of my favorite videos I've ever put on the channel. Thank you for the support, Eddie. And you can you can expect to see more Blu-ray hunts, and maybe one day this guy that I'm doing this live stream with might appear in a Blu-ray hunt. Who knows?
It's gonna happen. Whenever this kind of shoots down. What's gonna happen is I'm just gonna rent a car and I'm gonna drive there, so I don't have to get on a plane. I'm driving my ass 3 days to Georgia, and I'll take a 10-day trip. I'll take 10 days vacation off work, and we'll go. Take 3 days to get there. I'll hang out 7 days, 3 days, or 4 days. Take 3 days to get back. Let's do it.
Yeah, do it. Yankee 88 says, I saw Taxi Driver for the first time today. Favorite scene, and is it De Niro at his best? I love that movie. I think I've seen it 3 times. And I think my favorite scene has to be the end sequence. I will not spoil it, but it is really, there's a lot of payoff at the end. I'll say that. And I think it's De Niro's best performance. I do. If you haven't seen that one, Trevor, I think you would like it. Joker took a lot from Taxi Driver.
Sure. That's what I keep hearing, but it's on my 100 movies list. I'm really behind on that list, but I really need to start grinding out watching them.
Yeah. Movie Mania Nixon here. What's going on, man? We'll do a speed round here. I like doing those, catch up a little. Which Thor do you like the most? As in, like, what iteration of Thor?
Yeah.
Infinity War Thor. Infinity War Thor.
Oh, I watched Infinity War for the 50th time last night. I didn't finish it, but I was watching most of them. Finish it maybe today. But Infinity War Thor is so good because he's so like out for vengeance. But I have to go Fat Thor just because people like don't like that Fat Thor. I think it's a joke. Sorry, this isn't speed round. Then we'll go speed round after this. But Fat Thor's like he's like basically depressed. Everything he set out to do didn't work, so he went into depression, alcoholism, video games. He's fat, and then he basically. Like when he saw his mom and he's crying, he's funny, but he's also like kind of seemed relatable in a way when like everything got turned on his head. He lost all his family, lost all his friends, failed at what he tried to do. He went into a depression. And I respected the path they went. It was funny, but also it was kind of like, that's actually really good. And I think Fat Thor's great.
Future for that character, they could go a million different directions. So
I know. I love Thor movies.
Yeah. Well, not Dark World, of course, no. But I
actually enjoy Dark World.
If I want to remove you from the stream so bad right now. Eddie S says, what's a movie you just missed for whatever reason? Well, there's 100 of them, actually. I'm doing a series on right now. One that, here, I'll give you a sneak peek. One that I haven't watched off that list is, let me really just try and think of one. Let me pull one out of a hat. I haven't seen Boogie Nights, Paul Thomas Anderson movie. Haven't seen that one yet.
There you go.
What, you have any?
The Godfather trilogy. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Need to check them out.
Have you seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Yeah, I think it's a really great coming of age high school flick. Ton of fun, just a classic. Have you seen it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw it in school like 4 times, but it was enjoyable.
Yeah. Danny K reviews. Thoughts on True Romance? I haven't seen it. It's on the 100 movies list. I know it's like you said, it's a Tarantino script. I think I will enjoy it because I love Tarantino's dialogue. So I have to see it. Have you seen it, Trevor?
No, but I didn't know Tarantino just wrote movies. That's actually really interesting because I think he's the best screenwriter working today. It's fantastic. So that'd be cool.
He's written a few. I think he wrote From Dusk Till Dawn, I want to say, with George Clooney and Tarantino starring. But I think that's like a vampire movie, something like that. It's crazy. If a lightsaber could not cut through Cap's shield, who would win, Cap or Anakin? If Cam sees this, can you please answer too? So if a lightsaber could not cut through Cap's shield, who would win, Cap or Anakin? Anakin, do you want to know why? Choke to death with the Force. That's all you got to do.
Exactly.
You agree?
Exactly.
Like it's not even a competition.
The Force, yeah, like he can hit you with lightsaber one hand and Force push you, choke you, anything with the other.
It's over. Yeah.
Love Cap though.
I love a supportive relationship. Oh my, that's funny. No, I disagree. I think I'd take the Winter Soldier. I think I could take the Winter Soldier down. All I need is an Iron Man suit. I'm good to go. Most powerful person. Yeah, most powerful person in MCU, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings. That's a lot to answer at once, but I would just say probably like Yoda. Out of all, like we'll just do all of them. I think Yoda in his prime, maybe. Sure. You have any answers?
What about MCU and Lord of the Rings?
I was saying like in general, like instead of going by each one, because that might take a little too long, we could combine them.
MCU, powerful person, Thanos, Star Wars, I'll go Yoda, Lord of the Rings, Gandalf the White. He's freaking great, but maybe Sauron. Who knows? But I'd say Gandalf the White.
Yeah, I would say the same for Lord of the Rings, and MCU, I'd probably go with probably Thanos.
Or Scarlet Witch, maybe. Scarlet Witch is so freaking powerful.
Yeah. Eddie S. We'll both do this. I like this idea. Flick Pick does it on his. Can you turn behind you and pick a random movie with your eyes closed and give us your thoughts on it? Sure.
Eyes closed.
Let's see what I pick. Ooh, The Prestige, directed by Christopher Nolan. I think this might honestly be one of my favorite Nolan movies, if not my favorite. I can't wait to rewatch it soon. I think it's probably a masterpiece. Trevor, what movie did you pick? I'm excited to see. Oh, a great one.
Good. I saw it 3 times in theaters. I watched it twice at home. I love Ford v Ferrari. James Mangold is one of the most underrated working directors today. Ford v Ferrari is better than just sound mixing at Oscars, all right? This is a true masterpiece of a film. Love, love, love Ford v Ferrari.
Arguably the most rewatchable Best Picture nominee, besides like I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Ford v Ferrari very rewatchable.
And it's one you kind of just toss on and you can just have on like in the background almost, you know? It's great.
Yeah. Max talks movies. Who would win in the chess game, Smart Hulk or Professor X? I'm going Professor X.
Yeah. You can read mine, Skinny.
Yeah. I don't know much about Smart Hulk. He or she probably can too, but you know how it is. Let's see. I'm going to skip some questions here. If I skip one, it's probably because we've answered it in a stream before. Worst James Cameron film? Of the ones that I've seen, which are Titanic, Aliens, Avatar, and the Terminator films, the first 2, I would say Avatar.
I've only seen, I think I've only seen Titanic and Avatar. I would say Avatar as well. Avatar is beautiful, but Titanic hits different, man. Titanic's fantastic.
It is a epic movie. I love how he captured the scale of the event so well while making some compelling characters too, like Jack and Rose.
But like, I love how like whenever my girlfriend and I go on a cruise, it's like, okay, later I'm gonna go fall in love.
Yeah. Well, I've never been on a cruise, so I can't relate.
Dude, it's so fun. I've only been on 2. One was great, one sucked, but they're great. They're so fun. You get fat.
I will one day. I'm sure I will one day. Like it's something I'll do.
Royal Caribbean is the way to go. But maybe honestly, how long this is going to go on? Cruises might be like out of business, all of them, because like United States, like you can't go anywhere to country, not probably for like over a year and a half. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Very interesting, my friend. Let's see. If I want to start getting into Star Wars, I don't think I will like it. Where do I start? I think you should watch. You know what? The original trilogy is my answer, but I think you have to start there, but also maybe just try The Mandalorian too. See if you like that, because it's more digestible, shorter episodes, kind of dip your toe in the water, if you will. I think that you could start with The Mandalorian or definitely the original Star Wars trilogy. Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking for some questions here. A street fight between Buzz Lightyear and Slinky. Who wins? I'm going Buzz all day. Buzz all day.
I'm gonna go Slinky. Slinky can wrap around him and trip him and choke him and whatever, pee on him like a dog does.
Well, we'll see. I don't know about that. Maybe in like the you know how in Toy Story 3 at the opening it's like in Andy's head, so like they actually have their powers. Isn't Slinky Dog like super cool in that? Maybe I'm making something up.
I don't know. Sorry.
Who knows? Yeah, you're good, dude. What is the dumbest movie you've ever seen? I think that it might. Yeah, I think it might have to be. I'm staying away from the obvious answer because I don't want to get into that today. I think that it might be Dinner for Schmucks. That movie is insanely. I can't stand it. And I just don't.
I love that
it's
movie.
not funny to me. It's just not funny to me.
I'm gonna go Knock Knock. Basically Keanu Reeves, his wife's like an artist, and she goes out of town, and these 2 girls knock on his door, say they like their cab's gone, and they like, torment him, and they ruin his house. And I can't believe I watched this whole freaking thing. It is the worst. You
finished it.
Ana de Armas is in it as well.
Oh,
a
young
Ana de Armas who's awful, and it's so bad. There's a scene where Keanu Reeves says the F word. It's like a little monologue and like a minute and a half.
I see that on Instagram.
Yeah, it's literally. My girlfriend was like, "Why are we still watching this?" I was like, "I have to finish. I can't not watch this bad movie." So,
what you should have done is sent me that one because I would have wanted to watch that.
I will keep sending you more.
Yeah, okay, please do. I like this question from Danny K. It's a Game of Thrones question, and we'll preface it by saying I love Game of Thrones seasons 1 through 7. I don't talk about season 8. Would you rather be part of the Night's Watch defending the wall or part of the Unsullied fighting for Daenerys Targaryen? 100%, I'd rather be on the wall. And like the reason why, I guess, I know that you have to deal with like White Walkers and all that, and like I don't really like heights, but I think I'd rather be on the wall because you're kind of secluded from everyone else. The Unsullied, they do a lot of walking if you think about it that way, and
the Unsullied
kind of just bait, and they're
exactly. And the Unsullied, don't get me wrong, are the baddest of the bad. But like Daenerys Targaryen I never liked Daenerys from the get go.
That's
like
fair.
She never did it for me. I always thought she was just I never liked her. But the Night's Watch, they were like friends. You had Sam and like Jon who were like actually friends on the Night's Watch, you know? Like they seemed like they wanted things in life. They had goals, they had dreams, they could share it. The Unsullied don't even speak besides Grey Worm. So, and Daenerys is the Mad Queen we all thought she was going to be. At least I thought she was going to be. So I would say Night's Watch. Love the question. I love Game of Thrones. Even season 8's fine. Yeah. I can talk about it, but I love Game of Thrones.
Don't you dare call that fine. That was just
I'm going to jump through
the script. You know it was. You know it was.
It was very aggravating. Not a disgrace, but it was very aggravating that we all know. I'm going to say it. Brandon Stark became the king. Really kind of put it over the top that I wanted to like punch myself in the face for wasting hundreds of hours in the show. But, and I don't know. I only send off I liked Arya's, and Arya is my favorite character. One of my favorite protagonists of all time. So that's the only send off I really liked.
I will say, as far as the Unsullied go, when Jorah is there, Jorah's a really cool character. One of my favorite, one of the more underrated in the show. And Dario Naharis, the second iteration of him, the actor. I like him.
Yes.
He's one of my favorite characters.
They just got rid of him. I like the second iteration too. I'm like, he was so badass and awesome and handsome as all hell, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. It's kind of upsetting. Most underrated Spielberg movie. Do you have an answer that comes to mind immediately?
I saw this the other day. I didn't know he made it. Nope, I don't got one.
I have one. Catch Me If You Can with Leo and Tom Hanks. It's a great movie.
Easily. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Hanratty, right? It's his name? Hanratty?
Yeah. Carl Hanratty, right? Or something like that. Favorite Robin Williams performance has to be Good Will Hunting, but he's great as the genie. Trevor?
I'll say the genie, but if we're talking about actually acting, not voice acting, I will say Good Will Hunting as well. Dead Poet Society is fantastic, though, but Good Will Hunting, hits different. Or RV.
RV. I remember RV. I remember that. Yeah. What a funny movie. Old Dogs is also one that's kind of like...
I he's in that.
Yeah.
I don't like Old Dogs that much.
I used to like it when I was like 9. But
yeah, exactly.
Certain Vids, what's going on, dude? He says, what was more important to superhero movies, Spider-Man or X-Men? I think Spider-Man, and I think the reason why is because it was the first like really great solo superhero movie. I know Blade came out earlier. I think that was 98 maybe, but Spider-Man, it made this Spider-Man character who had been known for being in like animated shows and all that back in the day. You could take him serious in this, I think. And this is what I think paved the way for the MCU, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'll agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Bit of a speed round again. Jumanji 95 or 2017. I think I never grew up with the 95 when I've seen it once. I actually prefer the 2017. I'd rather watch that one.
2017 is hilarious. I love it.
Yeah. Max talks movies. You have a time machine. How far back in time do you go? I'd probably go like not too far. I'd want to go to like the 70s or 80s. I wouldn't want to go really past that, personally.
All right, I'm gonna be super extra, but I'm going back about a year ago to the day I saw Avengers Endgame. One of the best days of my life. Yeah. Like we got done with work super early. I got my hair cut. I went to dinner with my brother. Then we saw the movie, and it was one of the best days like last year.
I'm glad you had a great experience with it. Because I saw it at 1:15 on a Friday afternoon. The theater was dead. I'm sorry, it just was. It hurts me that it was. I had tickets for that night. I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait any longer. I wish I saw it Thursday night. Oh well. I saw it
Thursday night, and like my theater was sobbing and screaming and cheering. And it was freaking awesome. Or Infinity War, no lie, because I went to the theater with 250 people. Oh my god, people were jumping, screaming. It was, and same with Endgame. Both were great. So either or.
Yeah. Max talks movies. What's the first Bond film you saw in theaters? Skyfall for me. Skyfall.
Yep. Skyfall is freaking amazing.
Max talks movies. Chris, did Trevor send you Drive Across Concrete?
Show him, buddy.
He wasn't playing around. He sent me Drive Across Concrete on Blu-ray, and I will watch it eventually if I have like a day. I heard it's like 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 40 minutes, maybe. Absurd, but I will watch it eventually. I will.
That's the one on the list. I think about food a lot. How Vince Vaughn eats so many sandwiches and acts. I love sandwiches, so that's what you get.
Well, I'll let you know what I think of that food scene when I watch the movie. Favorite moment from the Raimi trilogy from certain vids. I think that there's a lot. I like the first Spider-Man so much that I think it might honestly be the fight between him and Green Goblin at the end. I think that might be it.
That's a really good one. I don't know. The Spider-Man 3 epic conclusion at the end's really great, man. So the battle of Sandman and everything. Go ahead.
When Sandman becomes Sandman, we talked about, me and Certain actually talked about that on our collab we did ranking the Spidey villains, but that's such a heartfelt moment. Humanizes the character, and when he has like the little thing of his daughter and it goes through his hand, very sad. Any hype for Jurassic World 3? None for me. I gave up on that franchise after the first Jurassic World. Never saw the second Jurassic World, but I know you differ, I think.
Yeah, I enjoy them. They're popcorn movies. They're harmless to me. I have a lot of fun. The second Jurassic World is pretty much the exact same movie as the first. It's not as good. So I hope they do something a little bit different, and the characters are a little bit smarter, but Jurassic World 3. I like Jaren's question next, the Hamilton question.
Mm-hmm.
Treasury
or state. Yep, that's what I was about to say. Sir,
Treasury.
do you want to run the Treasury or State Department? Treasury.
Treasury.
There you go.
Let's go. I listen to that non-stop.
Mm-hmm.
So great.
Nice reference there, by the way. Non-stop. You said non-stop. That's
well done.
yeah. Let's see. You want to talk about misunderstood? Iron Man 2 is where it's at. Iron Man 2 is very loaded movie. I think it's entertaining, but
joke because we were joking about Thor: Dark World being misunderstood a while ago.
Oh yeah, we're really behind in the chat, and I'm sorry that I'm just completely misread your comments.
Yeah, we're 20 minutes behind in the chat. So
we're actually doing a legitimate speed round. If I miss any, like, do you agree? We should probably speed round it.
Go for it. Just answer like 5-6 questions by yourself.
Clueless or Legally Blonde? Haven't seen either.
Me either. I bought Clueless though. Clueless Steelbook. It's great.
Yeah. What's a movie you feel like you got stuck in your head, like a song? For me, it's Casino Royale. I would probably say the movie Whiplash. I cannot get it out of my head sometimes. Trevor?
Infinity War or Hamilton. I'm counting Hamilton as a movie. I don't care. So great.
Marvel or DC more? Marvel.
Easy.
Hottest Marvel take, besides Black Panther, is overrated. I think that
Thor: The Dark World isn't as bad as everyone says.
Okay, I think Captain Marvel might actually be the worst MCU movie, and I don't know if that's hot or not.
That's cold take. It is. It's the last place. Actually, I'm not a fan of Far From Home. I can't tell you an exact reason why. I just don't like it. I don't like Mysterio. I don't like how it's all kind of fake and everything. And I'm not a fan of Far From Home, man. Like that, I gotta rewatch it to really get my thoughts on it. But I don't like it that much.
I disagree, but hey, to each their own. Ryan O'Toole in here. What's going on, Ryan? He says, thoughts on Insomnia. I believe it's Nolan's most underrated, but she and Robin Williams are amazing. I've seen it one time. I thought it was a very well-made movie. It's one I need to revisit. I think that it is underrated for sure. Trevor, have you seen it?
I haven't. I got to get more of my Nolan filmography.
Yeah. Well, what's the next movie you're going to watch?
I need to get on this 100 movies list, so my girlfriend's coming over later. Maybe we'll watch Clueless because she loves it, and I've never seen it, and I got it on Steelbook, so probably Clueless tonight.
I might watch Midsummer soon. I got to watch that with Cam, but Midsummer might be next for me.
It's really, really well made, but it's so goddamn weird. I don't want to watch it or think about it, and like it makes you just feel odd and weird. But like cinematography and the shot selection it's all beautiful. It seems like an A24 film made well. I just don't like it. So yeah, I hope you love it. I hope it's your favorite movie ever.
I hope I love it. I want to love it. I do. I love Florence, so I really do want to love it. But we'll see.
She's so good in it. Yeah, it's not bad. It's just I don't like it. Does that make sense? It's probably a good movie. I just don't like it.
Makes sense. You know, it's not your cup of tea. That's totally fine.
Exactly.
Mission Impossible 3 or Rogue Nation? Rogue Nation. But I love MI3. I just prefer Rogue Nation probably.
Mission's great. So yeah, Mission Impossible.
AJ says, "Yo, what's good? Sorry, I'm late." Hey, AJ, I'm repping you, bro. Had to plug you, man. I love the shirt. It fits well, and I think the merch is sick. So check out AJ and his channel and get him to 700 subscribers before season 5 on August 5th. And also check out his merch store.
Yeah. I had to get some AJ Reacts merch. That shirt's pretty dope, so I'm going to have to get that.
It is. Yeah, it is. You should get it. Most anticipated movie of 2021 at the moment. Off the top of my head, that's kind of hard, but I think that Spider-Man 3 comes out in 2021. So I'll go with that.
What got delayed to 2021? Didn't Venom 2? Didn't
Halloween Kills?
Halloween
Kills.
I am too. When I watched 2018 Halloween, I wasn't that excited. I wasn't that a big fan of it, but I rewatched it and actually enjoyed it a lot more. I got to get more into the slasher genre, but
yeah, totally.
Any movie I was excited for this year, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's gonna go to next year, and I'm excited for all of them.
Yeah, anything. I want to see a movie in theaters at this point.
God, I miss it, dude. I'm getting an itch.
An itch, he says, an itch to get back to the theater. I feel you. Badger or Skinny Pete? These are not Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad characters. For me, I have to go with Badger just because like he's so dumb, but his chemistry with Skinny Pete does work. I would have to say Badger. I know you still have to watch Breaking Bad, Trevor.
Yeah.
AJ says you have to send me Dragged Across Concrete next. Maybe we could make it like a chain thing. Just send it across the movie community. That would be pretty funny.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. Me and Chris were talking about how like a movie was in California in my collection. Now it's all the way in Georgia in his collection. It's crazy. And then AJ would be in Indianapolis in your collection. So that's fun.
Yeah, we could send it across the country. Do a little map, little Indiana Jones route map for
we should all sign it and then we'll sell it.
Well, we'd have to send it back to you because you haven't signed it yet.
Exactly.
That's Psych Reviewer. What's one underrated TV show you like but isn't talked about that much? Honestly, I don't watch many underrated TV shows. I think Ozark's fantastic, but I think everyone's kind of on that wave right now. So I'd go with that. I think the show American Vandal, season 1 at least, with Jimmy Tatro, the YouTuber, I think that's pretty funny, kind of making fun of documentary crime dramas. But I'll say those. You have any?
I started watching one recently. I'm a big MMA guy, and I'm a big Frank Grillo fan. If you've seen Warrior, he's Joel Edgerton's coach in that. He's in the Purge movies. Crossbones.
Yeah.
I'm honestly not lying. One of my favorite actors, weird to say, but it's called Kingdom. It's about a retired MMA fighter who has a gym, struggling to keep his gym open, and he's training other guys. It's actually pretty popular on Netflix, and it was a direct TV show. It got canceled, and Netflix picked it up, and they might make a season 4. So I'm on season 1, like 6 episodes in. It's pretty good.
Perhaps I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Ryan O'Toole, what franchise do you think Hollywood ruined? For me, Jurassic Park. For me, it's a franchise that I'm not even into, but anytime I hear about it, I'm kind of like, and it's the Terminator franchise. They need to stop. Yeah,
they sure do. Haven't seen one, but that's the one that, like, yeah.
Just stop.
Exactly.
Favorite opening scene? Ooh, it's Trevor. You have any? I'll let you go first. There's so many good ones.
Infinity War comes to mind right away, but The Dark Knight is great. Obviously with the introduce of the Joker, the whole robbing the bank scene. I love the opening scene of La La Land. So many good ones, man. So many good ones. Infinity War. I'll go that.
We both just lagged out bad for a second. I don't know if you can hear us. No, yeah, I lagged out. I don't know whose fault. It doesn't matter. My screen went black for a second. So whatever happened, just let us know if we're there. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. But you said The Dark Knight, the opening heist?
And Infinity War. Yeah.
Infinity War? Yeah. For me, I would say Inglourious Bastards. I think it's a fantastic opening. The way that the language barrier is like switching. So it's so clever, the reveal. Hans Landa, great character when he says, "Au revoir, Shoshana." It sets up the rest of the movie. I just love it. Love it. That's
a great one. It's a good pick.
Yeah. Max asks, will you watch Cobra Kai when it hits Netflix? I think I will.
Yes.
I think I will.
I'm excited.
I do love The Karate Kid. I love the first Karate Kid.
Karate Kid. So I'm excited to check it out. Never seen it, but I'm excited to check it out.
Yeah. I mean, it's an 80s classic, man. Just have fun when you watch it.
I will. I'll have a great time.
Oh, yeah. They just said, y'all better get off Captain Marvel's back. She can take on every single Avenger.
No, she can't. Scarlet Witch would annihilate her in every sense of the word, AJ. Fight me on it.
Thor might even kill her, too, honestly. It'd be an interesting fight, I guess. Ian Bigwood says favorite music group. Mine is Maroon 5. Trevor.
Great. That's a great one. Does this count Def Leppard? Because I love Def Leppard. I'm not even gonna lie. That's more of a band. I love One Direction, dude. I freaking do.
They're good.
They are great. Yeah. My favorite song of theirs is Olivia. I live for you, alone for you, Olivia. Oh my God, so good. I love them a lot. They're great. They're popping. I miss them. Don't care. Fight me on it.
I'm gonna say a band. I don't really care. I think they're like the same thing, right? A band and music group, kind of the same thing. Sure. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Love me some Red Hot Chili Peppers, dude. Like a lot. I listen to them all the time.
Yeah, they sing Danny California, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can play that on Guitar Hero all the time.
Yeah. California. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. California. Have you been to California, Trevor? I don't. I've been there one time. Have you been? You've never heard of it? Okay.
What is that?
What's a movie that got better the more you thought about it? American Psycho. The first time I saw it, I was like, that was really a dark comedy. It was kind of hilarious at times, but I don't know how I feel about the ending. But each time I revisit it and think more about it, it gets better to me. I love American Psycho. I'd go with that. Trevor, what about you?
One that got better the more I thought about it. Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, what did I just watch? But then the more I thought about it, the more I sat on it, it creeped its way to my top 5 last year. Uncut Gems it's great, and Adam Sandler is my favorite actor. I say that because Chris laughs.
Yeah, it's an interesting take, but I respect your take nonetheless. I do. What is your favorite and least favorite Spider-Man film? I think we answered this in the chat already, so we can just. I think it's Spider-Verse is my favorite. I think, and least favorite is Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I gotta rewatch the Amazing Spider-Mans, but Spider-Verse favorite. I'm gonna say Far From Home is my least favorite. I'm gonna go with that.
Okay. All right. You don't like whatever. I don't want to get into it. Who do you hate more, Chris? Skylar or Marie? It's really hard to like either of them, Ryan, but I'd have to say I think I hate Skylar a lot in that show, but Marie is just awful. They're both bad. They're Breaking Bad characters, Trevor. If you watch the show, you understand, but yeah.
I figured.
And then this is for you, Trevor. Favorite Lord of the Rings quote?
Ryan, excellent question. There's just so many. One, for Frodo's fantastic. The whole speech when Sam's swimming out to Frodo in the lake in the Fellowship of the Ring. He's like, I'm going to Mordor alone. I know you are. And I'm coming with you. Great. Samwise is the best. A wizard is never late. Frodo Baggins, he arrives precisely when he means to. I can quote this movie all god dang day. I say this all the time. 2 already. Any of those, man. I love Lord of the Rings so much. It's my favorite.
Awesome.
I am Nomad. Great one.
Favorite dinner scene in movies. I feel like there's a classic dinner scene that I'm just blanking on right now. So I'm gonna stew on this one for a second. Let me think about it. Dinner scene in movies. I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
One came to my head. It was Wedding Crashers, and they're like they're not supposed to be there, and they're sitting there, and then the girls, hanging out with Vince Vaughn under the table.
Yeah,
and it's just super awkward. Everyone's kind of like, "Who are we? What's going on?" It's really funny. I love Wedding Crashers. Yeah,
it's a very funny movie. For me, I'll go with like. I genuinely am blanking right now. I like when they're in Harry Potter when they're at Hogwarts just eating at the big table. That's like something about that was always cool to me, but I can't really think of any off the top of my head.
Sure.
If you could take any upcoming MCU movie and replace it with an MCU movie that hasn't been announced yet, which films would it be? I would replace it. So I would replace I would probably replace the Eternals with Fantastic Four or X-Men.
Those are kind of announced, but I can agree. But I would go Shang-Chi with Fantastic Four, X-Men. I'm excited for the Eternals. I don't know anything about Shang-Chi, so
yeah,
I gotta educate myself on that for sure.
Yeah. Max also asks, what's a movie that's stereotypically girly that you love? You have any that pop in your head?
What's 16 Candles? Is that stereotypically girly?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, 16 Candles is good.
I'd say any rom-com is kind of, in a sense, stereotypically girly.
How dare you? I love that genre. Favorite genre.
I know. Yeah. I'm trying to think.
I agree. I can agree though that they're definitely meant for the female audience. I'm just one of those dudes who goes sees them by himself on opening nights, whatever. But yeah, definitely meant for
maybe.
the females.
Honestly, I think Grease, in a sense, is kind of that way. I like Grease a lot. It's a really good musical.
I love Grease. I got chills.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't think The Wizard of Oz is stereotypical good, but I love that movie.
That's more stereotypically family, I feel.
Yeah. Favorite ending to a film, and we'll avoid spoilers. We can just say the movie. Do you have any?
Not avoiding spoilers. Infinity War. Just how it ends on Thanos.
Yeah.
He sits on a what's he say? I'll finally rest, and he finally rests. That's what he does. He takes a seat, and that's what he does. Infinity War's ending is Chef's kiss.
I think for me, it's very hard to argue with. I just had it in my head. Why do I do that? Also, okay, so an honorable mention would be Prisoners. I think that is brilliant, a brilliant ending. I just had one in my head that Return of the Jedi. I love I think it's my favorite ending in a Star Wars movie. Perfect bow tied on the original trilogy when Luke just looks out and he sees Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Yoda as Force ghosts, and then the final shot of the original gang just chilling there, smiling. They defeated the Empire. I can't really get better than that. I love it.
Return of the King has a great ending as well. Go ahead.
No, you go. You were already talking. Go.
Return of the King has a great ending. I've always kind of mixed because I don't know why everyone leaves. I know there's if I read into the books, I'm sure I'd find out. But Frodo, Sam, all the Frodo and Gandalf go on this boat, and I guess they go to die. But an emotional ending for sure. Everyone's crying and you get sad. So love that ending.
I was gonna say Whiplash. It might be my favorite movie ending of all time. Just the ending, the drum, and the final the match cuts, and then the I just love it.
Not gonna lie. Not even gonna lie. It's favorite ending of any movie of all time. Damien Chazelle's La La Land. I'm not lying. It made me so angry in the theater, and I haven't forgot about it. Everyone was crying and stuff, but when they kind of look back at each other and kind of give each other a smile and a nod,
Yeah.
I was like, that is first off, Damien Chazelle is, I think, the best young working talented director working today. I need to finish his show on Netflix. It was about a jazz guy who owned a jazz pub in France. Need to finish that. He's so good, and that is a monumental ending. I'm still every time I'm watching it, I'm like, God, it makes me so mad. So La La Land, easily favorite ending of all time. No question.
I love it. Damien Chazelle knows how to end movies.
He's so good.
Nick Acosta from Nick Talks Flicks says favorite non-popular or non-recognizable actor to the general public and actress. Mine is Timothée Chalamet and Lupita Nyong'o. So people who are under the radar, I guess. I'd probably go with I don't think a lot of people know about Lucas Hedges. I really don't. I think that whatever he's in, he steals the show. Manchester by the Sea, Honey Boy. He's really great in 3 Billboards, mid-90s. He's in a lot of smaller roles, just really kills it. I'll go with him. And actress, I'll say Ana de Armas. I think that she's not recognizable by a lot of people yet.
Ana de Armas, after Knives Out especially, she was fantastic. I'm excited for her No Time to Die. I'll say Timmy Chalamet. He's getting more recognition. I mean, he's every girl's heartthrob right now. He's my heartthrob. I love Timmy Chalamet. Lucas Hedges is a great one. More of I guess mainstream one. Casey Affleck. I feel like not a lot of people know about Casey Affleck. I know a lot of people don't like Casey Affleck. I think he's a fantastic actor. For actress, Florence Pugh, she might be getting up there because she's in the MCU now, or Saoirse Ronan because she does always those smaller Oscar roles. She got nominated for 5 Academy Awards now or something like that.
Saoirse, I think
she got nominated for
3 at least. 3 at least. Lady Bird, Brooklyn, I think, and Little Women. So 3 at least.
Okay, so then 3. Saoirse Ronan is. She's I feel like it'd be the new Meryl Streep. No lie, Saoirse is brilliant, and she's Irish. I never knew that until I saw an interview with her, and she's talking all Irish, and I was like, "You are fantastic."
Yeah, I love Florence as well. So there's a lot.
Florence is so good.
If you could have lunch with the cast of any non-franchise movie, which movie would it be? The first one that popped in my head is Knives Out, but I know that Knives Out is getting a sequel, but I'm still saying Knives Out.
Still saying Knives Out. It's a great one. That is a really, really great one. Not a franchise. Max, I don't know where does he come up with these questions? I'm literally dumbfounded sometimes. I'm how do you think of that?
The Irishman would be dope. De Niro, Pesci, and Pacino.
I feel like it'd be boring. So they're old now.
You're right. I'm an idiot.
You are an idiot. Whatever.
I am.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood might be pretty fun.
Ooh.
Brad, Margot, the Manson family kids. Tarantino's a weirdo. Might be a little fun hangout.
Yeah. Also, who is an actor or actress that you don't particularly like? Mine is Lin-Manuel Miranda. I love Hamilton, but just not a fan of him. Wow. I disagree, Nick. I love Lin-Manuel. I love his interviews, his way he freestyles, everything about him. I love him. I can't stand Jared Leto at all. That's like I can't stand him. But I don't know if that's a hot enough take.
Someone I don't like that much. I'm trying to. This is like a hard one. This is hard.
We can just skip it.
I'll say this. I think Meryl Streep is great, but I think God, she does not need an Oscar nom for every goddamn movie she does.
No, yeah.
Not hating on her, but she's gotten a couple Academy Award nominations where I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Are we sure? So,
yeah. Geek Out Cinema says Christmas Vacation's a great dinner scene. Yeah, that's a great one I couldn't think of, but that's funny. The way the grandma, when she has to say grace and she starts doing, I think it's the Pledge of Allegiance, I want to say. Yeah, it's a funny moment. Trevor, have you seen Booksmart yet, as well as Chris? Have you seen it? No.
I don't know if you like this or not, and I might be breaking your heart if you like it. I thought Booksmart was one of the most disappointing movies of last year. I wanted to love it. Because who directed it? What's her name? She's married to Jason Sudeikis.
Olivia Wilde.
I knew her name was Olivia. I was going to say Olivia Munn, but that wasn't right. Olivia Wilde. Big fan of her. This movie felt like a cheap ripoff of Superbad, but I think Griffin Schiller said this. It was painfully unfunny. And I agreed full-heartedly. Moments that are just meant to be funny. I was like, I think 45 minutes in, I kind of went like, there it is. I'm sorry, I don't like it. I might send it to you because I have it. I bought it. It's one of those impulse buys that I bought it and haven't seen it, so I'm not a fan.
Max asks, popular Christmas movie you don't like? You have any that come to mind?
Popular Christmas movie I haven't seen. At least I don't remember. Home Alone. I haven't seen those. That's I guess I don't.
Sorry to break anyone's heart out there, but the Jim Carrey How the Grinch Stole Christmas is atrocious to me. I can't get through that.
Yeah,
I hate that movie. I'm sorry.
It's not very good. Not compared to the original. Yeah, the original like the 25-minute short, the Christmas special. I watch that every year on Channel 3 in my hometown.
Mm-hmm.
I watch it every year. So that 25-minute. Yeah, a 25-minute Christmas special compared to like a 2-hour movie. It's like it seemed a little too dark too. Yeah. So
yeah. Screw, Marry, Kill Chris edition. Pratt, Hemsworth, Evans. You want to take the reins on this one first?
I thought of Step Brothers when he goes, "How about we interview you for a second? Mm-hmm. Barbara Walters, Oprah Winfrey, your wife." Screw, Marry, Kill Chris edition. Pratt, Hemsworth. Should we answer? Okay, we're gonna answer this.
Just commit.
I am. Oh my God, it's hard. All right, I have to kill Pratt. I gotta screw Evans, and I want to marry Hemsworth. I'm sorry.
Kill Chris Pratt, marry Chris Evans, screw Chris Hemsworth. There you go. There you go.
Freaking the sheets. So that'd be a fun one.
Oh my gosh. Most disappointed. Most disappointed you've been in a movie being canceled. I was very I'm upset that Tenet keeps getting moved, but I understand it. So I'll go with Tenet.
I'm not surprised Tenet's getting canceled. I like how they were so optimistic, but what was one that moved that was like not even close to his date and moved to next year? I forget. It was one big one that like, we're just moving to next year, and I was like,
Venom 2, but I don't even. Oh, Fast and the Furious 9.
I don't know. That all the movies got delayed, dude. Honestly, no lie. The more and more I watched the trailer for it, Soul, I was really looking forward to Soul. Probably my most anticipated movie for the rest of the year. Soul, probably, man. That's I don't know when it's getting postponed, but I'm upset. What
do you think or want the Spider-Man 3 title to be? I think Home Alone would be a dope one, but Trevor, what do you think?
I don't know if they can do Home Alone just because it's so popular. They might get like copyright issues, This is under the same. I don't know. That's just me. Has to be. There's a Homecoming, Far From Home. Home Alone's not bad. I don't know.
I think they could do Home Alone because like it's not like it's
Sure.
just a term, you know. I don't know if they. I don't know. It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Favorite Richard Linklater film? Dazed and Confused for me. Trevor.
What else did he do? He did. Did he do?
School of Rock. School of Rock.
It's got to be School of Rock for me. I love Dazed and Confused, but School of Rock is freaking bomb.
Yeah. This is a question from Nick Talks Flicks for you. And Trevor, what are your thoughts on 10 Things I Hate About You? It's my all-time favorite rom-com. I love Ledger's performance in that film.
I almost agree with everything you said. I love it. You know what's crazy is when I did the list a couple weeks back, this wasn't on there. This is easily, I can't believe I didn't even think of it. This is definitely a top 10 all time for me. Give me that neck, boy. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I've seen it one time and I really enjoyed it. It was good.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in there. It's like this might be considered maybe a coming of age movie too, because it's high school, maybe. It's great. I love it. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't think of that. What a dummy. I gotta go back and remake that video. Heath Ledger's great in it. When he thinks her at the end is it's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Rest in peace. I love Ledger in that movie and all movies. Sprite or Coke?
McDonald's Sprite over Coke. Regular day, going Coke.
I'd have to go Coke as well, but Sprite is good every now and then. I like them both a lot.
Sprite smacks, dude.
Sprite is good. It's with certain foods as well. It's very good. McDonald's Sprite is good now that I think about it.
Best soda from McDonald's, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've been craving a McChicken with some McDonald's fries lately, dude. I love McDonald's. I don't even care. Unashamed.
Their fries are the best fries, I think, in any fast food.
Best fries in the game, dude. Best fries in the game.
Oh, good, yeah. Simply Cinema's in here. What's going on, man? Glad to see you join. And Max says, by canceling, I meant a movie that was going to be made, but it never is going to come out. Okay, that changes the thing. I really wish we get National Treasure 3 is apparently happening, but I would have to say that until I see it in theaters, I am not going to believe that it's coming out. So I'll go with National Treasure 3.
Movie that was going to be made, but never is going to come out. I'm
You
trying
go
to
with Spider-Man 4, Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, I'll go like a Sam Raimi Spider-Man, honestly, because Spider-Man 4 definitely wanted one for sure.
Yeah.
One.
We have a few names for Spider-Man 3. We have Spider-Man Homeless from Cam. Not a bad one at all, because it makes sense. Spider-Man Work from Home. Yeah, that's funny. And it's also Quarantine. Maybe they'll go with that. What do you think is the most overrated MCU movie and the most underrated MCU movie?
Overrated Black Panther, obviously.
Overrated Black Panther as well. Underrated is probably the first Avenger. Captain America, the first Avenger.
Okay, I think underrated, because I don't know if a lot of people who talk about it, minus us, is like for the general fan, is Guardians of the Galaxy. I know us Marvel fans love it, but like to the general people, and my brother hasn't seen Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one. So
everyone I talk to, like, that even isn't a Marvel fan, I feel like they love that movie.
Everyone I talk to, like, you've seen Guardians of the Galaxy? Oh no, I haven't seen that. That's like
really?
that's for me. Yeah, a lot of people haven't seen it, and so I would say maybe that doesn't count. That doesn't count. Then Iron Man 3 gets Ant-Man's great. Iron Man 3 gets way too much flack though. I dig Iron Man 3, man.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So it's actually overrated now. Like there's a people in our community are trying to overhype the hell out of it. It's like it's a fine movie. It's never going to be great in my opinion. I just don't understand it.
I enjoy it.
Each their own, but I just don't get it. You know. McDonald's fries over Chick-fil-A, all crazy. I like Chick-fil-A's waffle fries.
Hey, dude.
But McDonald's fries, they're so good.
Dude, McDonald's fries all day. Because Chick-fil-A has the world's worst ranch. And I get it every time. You got to have fries with ranch. I don't get ranch from McDonald's because they're so damn salty and delicious.
Just get the Chick-fil-A sauce. Chick-fil-A sauce is all day. It's fantastic. I drown them in Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah. Have you seen this thing that was on TikTok? Cam might have seen it. They made like a pizza with like Chick-fil-A ingredients.
No, I haven't.
They got like a fake. They got like those pizza doughs you can buy from the store. They put Chick-fil-A sauce all over it. They bought like chicken tenders and chicken nuggets, and they crumpled them up and put them all over it with fries, cheese, more Chick-fil-A sauce, then more chicken and fries. We got to make that because that sounds so good.
Sounds delicious. That sounds delicious. I want Chick-fil-A right now. It's 10:19 p.m. where I am, so I can't get it, but I want it.
It's only 7:20 here in Cali, bro. I'm going.
Yeah. Okay. I envy you. Marvel movie reviews and stuff says, do you think the Russo should make a TV show based on Cap's journey to the return? No. That needs to be left up to interpretation, I think.
Exactly, yeah.
If they who would you want to play Indiana Jones in a reboot? There was a time where I said Chris Pratt for a while, but now that he has like Guardians and Jurassic World, excuse me, I don't know. I wouldn't go with him. I would go with like.
I'm gonna go with another Chris Pine. I love Chris Pine, and I think he'd be a really good indie man. I really, really do.
I think he's too old.
He's not that old. How old was Harrison Ford when he did indie?
I don't know, but I think if they want a good amount of movies with him doing all that heavy stuff, you could go Pine, but I don't know.
Then if we're gonna do this, we're just gonna talk about this.
Hemsworth
is almost 42, man. Hemsworth can't do an American accent.
Look like it. He doesn't look like it though.
If we're doing young, someone who can do American accent good, he's a huge heartthrob. Go Tom Holland. Throw him in there to do it.
No way, man. Nah.
Hemsworth's Australian, mate. He can't do it.
He can do it. He can. Nah, nope. I'd buy Hemsworth way more. Tom Holland is a great actor, but he gets thrown in everything. The fact that he's playing a young Nathan Drake actually kind of pisses me off. Because Nathan Drake needs to be played by Nathan Fillion. They made a YouTube film with him playing it. And I just don't understand why he's playing Nathan Drake and why they're going that route. I know that's very much a side rant, but Tom Holland as Indiana Jones, I don't know. I think Pratt would be fine, actually. Right now, Pratt would be.
Chris Pratt honestly would be good, too. Chris Pratt, they all look like they're 30s, 40s. No one knows how old Indy actually is. So if we're had to pick, I'm with Chris Pine or Chris Pratt. If you want to go young, I'd go Holland. I go Pine or Pratt.
Yeah. Adam Driver? I'm just messing around.
Chris Evans, maybe, too. You can't go wrong with any of them.
Yeah. Chris Evans, I've heard, this was a rumor, if they remake Die Hard, that he could play John McClane. I'd take that.
Not a bad one. While we're here, what do you think of Chris Evans and Ryan Gosling in the movie with Russo Brothers?
Oh, I can't wait, dude. That's going to be sick. And I heard it's going to be like Winter Soldier, like a real-world Winter Soldier. I can't wait for that.
Yeah. And I'm hoping it gets because I love the Russo Brothers. I want them all the success in the world, that it gets like a limited theater release or that streaming movies will get nominated for Oscars, because that sounds like an Oscar movie to me, man. Evans needs an Oscar nom somewhere. So is Gosling. Gosling's obviously had one, but
yeah,
Evans is
multiple. He's a great actor, and I think Evans will get his. I think he will get his eventually. Do you think he'll get nominated for Defending Jacob at like the Emmys?
Hey, I think he should. I think he certainly should. Minus how we feel on the ending. I know that you said hasn't sat well with you. I think all three of them, quite frankly, can. I know AJ disagrees, but I think all three of them can.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, she is, and so is J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons too.
Have you guys tried the Impossible Whopper from Burger King? No, I saw they have an Impossible Croissant now though, so that's cool.
I haven't, but I'm about to text my girlfriend right now to pick me up something to eat because I'm freaking starving, and you guys are making me hungry. So
I'm getting hungry.
Chick-fil-A. People vote down below. In-N-Out or Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A, because you shouldn't eat In-N-Out. Because I can't have it, you shouldn't have it. What's a genre that's gotten better movies as of recently, and what's a genre that doesn't get many good movies anymore? I think that horror is continuing to grow and appeal to more people. The Invisible Man, Quiet Place, those are examples of that. Halloween reboot. What's a genre that doesn't get many good movies anymore? Comedy, unfortunately. They just don't have that hit, the punch that they had like in 2014, even with the Jump Street movies, with This Is the End, with the other guys in 2010. Comedies aren't the funniest to me anymore. It's because they have to be super kind of PC, politically correct, and like very they can't like cross any lines. And I think comedy should be able to cross lines because it's comedy. That's just my 2 cents. Trevor, what do you think?
I'm actually a pretty big fan of this genre, and it's horror. And I don't watch them a lot anymore. I used to watch them a lot more. The horror movies that come out in January and February anymore are atrocious.
I don't watch them.
Exactly. And I would watch very many of them. Like the Grudge that came out this year and all these other movies. It's like, why do we get these bad movies? Don't get me wrong. We get good movies. I'm excited for the new Conjuring, even though the name's really weird. But
yeah,
comedy is hard as well because like they used to be able to break the barriers, like with Step Brothers and Talladega Nights. They couldn't really offend anyone. And nowadays, comedy it's like a thin rope they have to walk on. You know, I wish they put in the beginning of like the thing, like, hey, there's very offensive language and things in here. Sorry, here you go. Movie I love, comedy I love is Why Him. I call it a Christmas movie. I know it's not, but Why Him with James Franco and Bryan Cranston. Have you seen that?
Yeah. No, but I've seen the previews for it.
I think it's actually really funny. It's really, really good.
I shall look into it one day. Maybe, maybe not. Elliot from Movie Files in here. What's going on, dude? Glad to see you here. We'll have to have you on a live stream sometime, Elliot.
I was going to say, Elliot. Sorry, I cut you off. I'm excited.
No. I was just going to say, we always talk about how we need to collab. It's long overdue, especially from our Instagram days and now YouTube. So we got to have you on sometime.
Yeah. Elliot, I'm not sure if you're still in here, dude, but I'm not on the same level as you in any way. Love to collab with you first off, but first off, I'm just a huge fan, dude. I think you're one of the best guys in the movie industry, including with everyone, dude. You're killing it. You're grinding. Big shout out to Movie Files, Elliot. Would love to join a watch along. Anything you want to do, bro. I can Skype you for a little bit. We could talk. It'd be fun.
Ditto. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Rank of these 3 meats: pork, beef, chicken. So, I mean, that's a tough one. There's a lot of categories you got to think about here. Oh, man. With beef, I'd probably say beef number 1, honestly. That's a burger, right? And that's steak.
Oh, you get a steak, yes. Come on.
Yeah, that's why, for steak. Probably go pork 2, chicken 3. Because chicken's like kind of the same across the board. I like them all. I love them all. But pork, you got like ribs, sausage, bacon. You've got some pulled pork sandwiches. You can't beat it.
So, pork chops?
Pork chops. Fried pork chops? Have you had fried pork chops?
I have.
Tomatoes? That's like a southern dish. Have I what?
Pork chops? Bacon wrapped pork chops?
I haven't.
My dad, he'll take 2 fat pieces of bacon, put it around, wrap it around, toothpicks, lather them up in barbecue sauce. Oh my effing God. Best pork chops of all time. I'm going to go. I love all 3. And I have, I'm not going to lie, I think I have Crohn's disease. That's a little insight for everyone. I get sick a lot from eating foods. And pork is one of them, unfortunately, that really kills me. But I love it. So I'm going to go beef because I love steaks and I love burgers. Then I'm going to go chicken. I love chicken wings. I love chicken thighs. I love chicken breast. I love chicken legs. I love beer can chicken. Anything chicken I love. And then pork is last. I love pork, pulled pork, bacon, all these things, but it makes me so freaking ill.
All meats I really love, and there's so much.
I'm a meat connoisseur, carnivore. Hungry as hell, people. Stop it.
Favorite Fincher film? Mine is Fight Club. Mine is The Social Network.
Yep, mine too. Fight Club's
number 2, yeah. Favorite Cuarón film? Prisoner of Azkaban, and then the rest of his movies I have always found kind of overrated. So
I would say Prisoner of Azkaban because I didn't know he even made that, but you told me. I'm not a big fan. Like Roma, not a fan.
And Children of Men is a little overhyped too, in my opinion. So,
I mean, that one.
Opinions on McDonald's Egg McMuffin.
Every time I drive to freaking Disneyland, that is what I get. I could eat one every day. I love me an Egg McMuffin. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. And a hash brown? What?
They're fine. Egg McMuffins, they're fine. I get sausage biscuits when I go. Sausage biscuits.
I don't like the biscuit. The biscuit's too dry.
Okay, well, I like them. And you know what else I like that's super bad for you, but I like? Is the McGriddles. My God, McGriddles.
Is that with the pancakes?
Yeah, it's like the pancake with the syrup on the bun. It's so good.
Yeah, Jess got them one time and she loved them. It was really like a lot happening. I kind of was like, I'm thrown off right now, but they're pretty good.
I've had the sauce, just straight up sausage McGriddles. Whew, those are good. Favorite Parks and Rec character? It has to be Ron Swanson.
I've seen the first 2 seasons of Parks and Rec. It's really funny, but Ron Swanson's great.
Yeah. Cam says, what about Liam Hemsworth for Indy? That's a great pick. I don't know if he has the acting chops, but I know that he would fit the role pretty well, I think. What do you think, Trevor?
I think Liam Hemsworth is fantastic in the Hunger Games. I'm not sure what happened to him after that. Where else he went, what else he did. But him in the Hunger Games was brilliant. That's Cam. That is really, really good, actually.
Yeah,
he's like, he's a heartthrob. Girls love the Hemsworth brothers, you know?
Mm-hmm. Do you think Thor is underrated? I think that it's middle of the road, and I think a lot of people view it as that, so I think that.
Right in the middle.
Yeah. Cam says, wait, low-key with the right haircut and director. Joe Keery is Indy. He's got the charm. That's Steve Harrington from Stranger Things. Maybe, yeah. I don't know. It's hard for me to get Steve out of my mind, so I'd have to sit on that for a little, Cam, but not a bad idea.
So if they reboot Indy, what are they talking about doing that soon?
They're making a 5th film with Harrison Ford.
Yeah. So, and I know James Mangold was supposed to come on to direct it. I wish that Steven Spielberg directed it, and when they rebooted it, whenever they did, that James Mangold took it over then, because I think Mangold him with a fresh start on a fresh indie. Quite frankly, don't touch Indiana Jones. Don't remake him. Why?
Yeah. I mean, but some people say they can make it like James Bond and just keep recasting it with new adventures. I'm not opposed, but they should have done that a while ago if they were going to do that.
Yeah,
It's been
exactly.
so long. Yeah. Max says thoughts on First Man. I think that it's Chazelle's worst movie. I think it's got some great visuals, and it's just a little too long for me. I need to rewatch it. I do own it on Blu-ray, but yeah. Trevor, what about you?
I own it on Blu-ray. I watched it in theaters, and I bought it. I think I was going to watch it again. I know it's slow. I think Ryan Gosling is great. He's not more of like that charming, like heartthrob like he is. He's like a very serious character. I like the new direction Damien went in. I think it was a big win for him in a lot of ways because like he wasn't like a musical or a jazz-based movie. It was actually real-life events. Thought he handled it well. I thought it could have gotten a little more love at the Oscars, but I enjoyed First Man. It's not comparable to Whiplash and La La Land, which are modern-day masterpieces, but
they are.
I want to see Chazelle back in like La La Land counts as a romance movie, right? Kind of.
Yeah, definitely. It's a romance movie.
I want to see him maybe come back into a musical like La La Land, or even do like another jazz type thing like he does. He's brilliant at it. It's what he really loves, and you can see how it comes out on screen.
Oh yeah. Legally Blind Critic says, "Are you guys excited for new Candyman movie?" Not really. I don't have any familiarity with it, so no. Unfortunately, I'm not. Jess is in here. Hello from work. Hello, Jess. And Cam says, "Hi, Jess." Yeah. Get rid of one. Marvel, DC, or Star Wars. DC. I don't even have to think about it.
After the MCU, I can't think about it. So buy DC.
I like The Dark Knight, but like between me, Trevor, and the 13 people watching, whoever watched on the replay, this is going to be upsetting to some. I love the Dark Knight trilogy, but there's something that's just a little slightly overhyped, in my opinion. I know that it's fantastic, but when you hear about certain movies constantly, it's kind of like, is it really that great? Like, I know that it is. It deserves all the praise it has, but sometimes you really think about it, and I'm like, I don't know if I love the last night of The Dark Knight that much when they're, all the prisoners and the civilians are on the boat and all that. Like, is it really as great as we think? Do we need to take a step back and reevaluate? Sometimes I feel like that. I love all the 3 movies. Don't take that the wrong way, but
I think I actually have to agree with you. It's something recently too. Everyone's like hyping up the Dark Knight trilogy again, so much. I think it's great. I wanted the 4th one. Don't get me wrong. How they kind of introduced Robin a little bit. I was like, oh my god, no way. I think Dark Knight Rises is great. I think the more I think about it, the Dark Knight is better, but I prefer the Dark Knight Rises. Yeah. But I don't know where it's coming from that like these movies are coming back. Like, everyone's like, these are the best of all time again. It's like, I don't think those are Nolan's best movies. Like, granted, I haven't seen them all.
No, they're not.
To me, Interstellar is his best movie, in my humble opinion.
Inception.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch Inception.
And The Prestige, when I rewatch, might take the top.
So I would say, it would go Interstellar, Inception, Prestige, maybe Prestige over Inception, my top 3 over. Then Dark Knight Rises, all those. So like,
yeah.
I haven't seen Dunkirk either. Like I heard Dunkirk's fantastic. It's like he is. I think like people forget like is something else besides the Dark Knight, and that's what they market him as. Though they go Christopher Nolan, director of the Dark Knight trilogy. It's like and Inception and Interstellar and all these other fantastic freaking movies. So I don't know. Yeah,
man. Memento too. That's the one that a lot of people forget about. But I've never loved Memento. I think it's really good, but it's not my favorite.
Sure.
Elliot says, appreciate the support, guys, and I would love to have you on one of watch-alongs for August, which I'll be announcing on Saturdays Live. That would be awesome. I'm looking forward to hearing that, and would love to join your live streams, Chris. Yeah, I'll reach out to you soon about having you on one of these because we would love to. We would love to.
Yeah, dude.
Jess says, should I get food from work at Texas Roadhouse or McDonald's? McDonald's. I want some McDonald's now. I don't care. I want McDonald's.
I'm craving McDonald's, but I know that the chicken critters from Texas Roadhouse with the ranch and the buns sound so good. Or McChicken and French fries sound good, but Texas Roadhouse is probably better for you, right?
McDoubles are good, dude.
McDoubles
are probably a little better.
Oh, baby, I don't know.
McDoubles. I love McDoubles. I don't care what anyone says. Certain vids. Thoughts on Gravity by Cuarón on my 100 movies list. Haven't seen it. Seen the ending in like a class I took. We were talking about the behind the scenes, like how they shot some of it. but I haven't seen it, so I can't answer it.
I'll add that to my list because I haven't seen it either. It's with Sandra Bullock and George Clooney, right?
Yeah, it is.
Who I think is maybe got lost in the sauce, but maybe underappreciated actor is George Clooney, man. I first off love him in the Ocean's trilogy, but also if you go and check out, have you seen Up in the Air with him and Anna Kendrick?
I haven't.
Wow, what a romance movie, dude. Wow, it is so good. They both got nominated for Oscars. Anna Kendrick did as well. Check it out. It's on Netflix, I believe. Up in the Air is a slept-on movie. It is brilliant.
Yeah. Simply Cinema says you must rent/buy Ordinary Love. Unfortunately, it's only on DVD and not Blu-ray because it's such a limited release from this year, but hardly no one who talks about it. Have you heard of that? I haven't.
It's from 2020?
I guess, yeah. I haven't heard of it. Apparently, it stars Liam Neeson, and it's favorite film of the year. I have to watch that, I guess. I have not heard of it.
Thanks, Josh. I'll have to check it out.
Cam has more subscribers than you now, but it's really close. Yeah, she's probably going to continue to surpass me because she has a bigger following, and that's totally cool. Now I support her. So, yeah. Thanks for pointing it out. Now, yeah, it's fine. I knew that she would pass me in like 2 days.
We knew that was going to happen. She's 3 videos in, and she's almost at 700. Congrats, Cam.
Yeah, she's got to keep on grinding. Keep on grinding, Cam. Yeah, Chris predicted that one, Cam. Yeah, she's going to hit 1K probably. Like, I believe she will hit 1K well before I ever do. If I even hit 1K, I don't even think I will. Like, I'm just very happy with what I'm doing. I don't care about the subscribers even. I just have fun with what I'm doing.
I just enjoy making videos, man. I really do.
Yeah, exactly. Have you seen any James Mangold films besides Wolverine, Logan, and Ford v Ferrari? I know that he made Walk the Line. That's on the 100 movies list. And there could be another that I'm missing, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. No.
I can't either, but Logan and Ford v Ferrari say enough for me that he's freaking talented.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Mangold's future, man. He's got a bright future ahead of him.
Yeah.
AJ agrees the Dark Knight series is a bit overrated. Yeah, it slightly is.
They're great movies, but I think a little overhyped anymore. Especially
yeah. Mm-hmm. Max Talks Movies says, favorite animated movie not from a major studio, Pixar, DreamWorks, Illumination, etc. Not from a major studio like DreamWorks or most of them are from Disney, Pixar, or DreamWorks. I don't even think I can think of an animated movie that's not from one of those studios. So I don't have an answer, Max. I'm sorry. Off the top of my head, I don't.
Sony Animation count?
Is it a major studio technically?
Then we can't answer that.
I can't answer it. Yeah.
I would say if we're not counting those 3, I would say Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I would too. All right, let's look for the next question here. Whoa, we got some. Do we even have any? Let's see.
We have conversations going on.
Yeah, good. I'm glad that people are enjoying it, though. I am.
Yeah.
Trev, can you take 30 seconds to explain what it is you love so much about Homecoming? Sorry if that sounds harsh/sarcastic. I genuinely want your thoughts. Trevor, you have the floor.
All right, set a timer. The thing I love about Homecoming just so much is the different high school take it took on the character Peter Parker. I know we got to see that different times before, but Tom Holland to me seemed the most believable as a high school kid. He's dumb. He's going to make mistakes. He wants to be an Avenger, and he's not an Avenger. I love how Robert Downey Jr. is in there as kind of like a father figure to him a little bit. I love hot Aunt May. I think she's a really nice added touch, and I like the little different things they did with this. I like how Flash Gordon isn't a big macho guy. He's just a sarcastic dick, and I like how Tom Holland's really trying to do the right thing, but he can never really do it because he is a kid. He is making those mistakes. He's not a superhero. He's a teenage kid. That's my TED Talk.
Attaboy. There you go. There you have it. Certain.
Appreciate it.
Let's see. Max says, what trilogy should get another movie? I don't know off the top of my head.
I want to see another Dark Knight movie. I know it's overhyped, but that's one I wanted to see, like a Batman Robin type team up. You know?
Yeah.
If the Captain America trilogy won't get one, but a Captain America 4th one.
That would be cool, dude. I wish we got an Iron Man 4. Never did, but I wish we did. There was definitely. I wish we got an Iron Man 4. I really do. We
are getting a Thor 4, which I can't believe of all 3 trilogies. Thor's had one really, really good movie. Iron Man has, I think, 2 good movies, and I think that Captain America has all 3 are good. But like Thor's getting the 4th one over those others. It's crazy to me.
What are your top 3 MCU excluding Avengers films? Trevor, you go first. You can go first.
Let's see, it was excluding Avengers films. I was Civil War over Winter Soldier till I rewatched Winter Soldier the other day. I'll go Winter Soldier, then Civil War, then Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'll do Iron Man, Civil War, and Winter Soldier, but I feel like Civil War is kind of an Avengers movie in a way. I just do. So if I had to get rid of that one, I'd probably then go with maybe Thor Ragnarok. I like that one.
I would take, if I don't count Civil War, because that's basically Avengers Civil War. It's not Captain America's movie. It's everyone's movie. I would say Thor Ragnarok, Iron Man, or even
Guardians.
Thor Ragnarok or Guardians 2 I do love a lot. I know you don't. A lot of people don't.
Yeah, not for me. How about a duology that needs a third? The Amazing Spider-Man 3 for him. Deadpool 3. I want to see a Deadpool 3 badly.
I'm down for Deadpool 3. I really am.
And National Treasure, but I think we're getting the third one. So.
I think we are. Ant-Man 3. I wasn't the biggest fan of Ant-Man and the Wasp, but like Ant-Man 3 might be. I don't know if they will, but
they are making Ant-Man 3.
Are they?
They're making Ant-Man. Yeah, they are. Yeah, it's going to be written by the Rick and Morty writers.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Film Fanatic says, "Why do you skip my comment?" I'm sorry if I missed one. If it wasn't a question, I'm sorry if I missed it. But there you go. We got a Spider-Verse discussion going on. Some people say it's slightly overrated. I love Spider-Verse. Trevor, do you?
Spider-Verse is the best animated movie of all time. It's one of the best comic book movies of all time, and it is the best Spider-Man movie of all time.
It's fantastic. A recent rewatch, really enjoyed it. Really did. I don't know if you guys watch football, but thoughts on Cam Newton to the Pats? I think Cam Newton. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think Cam Newton is misunderstood. Maybe he's washed. I think he's misunderstood. I think if you get him with a team that the Patriots have created, I think you give him someone else besides Christian McCaffrey. That's all he had was him and Christian McCaffrey. You get him a guy like Belichick. We're really going to see what Belichick's made of outside the Tom Brady era. But if anyone can work with the old, possibly washed-up guy, I know Tom Brady's not, but if anyone can work with the older QB, it is Bill Belichick and the Patriots. They obviously had a good O-line because Tom never got hit that much. I think if Cam can stay composed and like keep his head out of like the aura that he's Cam Newton, I think he can be very successful there. I think it's a really good move. I like Cam Newton. I think it's a really good move for him.
I don't like him at all. I think he's a cocky SOB. I think that when he played at Auburn, one of Georgia's rivals, I just despised him. I still don't like him.
There it is. That's why. That is
why. And then, yeah, that's definitely why, if you want the truth. But also, I think he's just washed up. I think that whoever's watching this, you can come back to this once the season starts, about 6 weeks in when he's injured. Just remember that I said he'll be injured because he's always injured. He won't finish the season.
It comes down to the Panthers O-line. Panthers ain't got nobody, man, but Christian McCaffrey. And like Cam's gonna get hit. He gets hit hard. He's a big guy. You got to hit him hard. It's like Gronkowski. You had to hit Gronkowski so hard to get him down. Yep. I think Cam's a 6'5", 2 freaking something. He's a big dude. Muscles the size of our heads. You got to hit him hard. I'm optimistic about him. I'm rooting for him. Will he get hurt? Yeah. Most likely, but I'm rooting for him, man.
Yeah, good. I'm glad he has some fans out there because I'm not one of them. No, I can't stand him. Favorite animated movie of all time, mine is Spirited Away. Trevor, didn't we answered this, right? You said Spider-Verse?
Yeah. Spider-Verse, Lion King, and Toy Story 3 would be my top
Lion
3.
King for me. Lion King, Ratatouille, Toy Story 3. Those are mine.
Ratatouille is so good. I always forget about it. How it's probably my second favorite Pixar movie behind Toy Story 3.
Yeah, it's so good. Favorite based on a true story films. Moneyball's a really, really good one that comes to mind.
Social Network.
Yeah.
Miracle,
yeah. Remember the Titans.
I love these all biopics. Rocketman's great. Rocketman's fantastic. Any war movie that's based off like those, like World War II movies. Yeah. What are some more biopics? I know we're getting an Elvis biopic, and I cannot wait. I like Elvis's music, dude. It's good. So I'm really excited for that.
Ford v Ferrari.
Ford v Ferrari, great one. It's a great one from last year. I'm going to say probably favorite of all time, based on true stories, Miracle and Moneyball.
Yeah, I'd probably go with a sports movie like Remember the Titans or something like that.
I know you love it.
I love it. How often do you pause movies when you watch them? Trevor knows this about me. If I ever go on my phone, I pause the movie. So I have to give it my full respect. So if like I'm getting lit up, I'll pause the movie and I'll start texting. And sometimes I'll like just get on my phone, but I don't miss anything in the movie. And I'll go back if I miss a single word. I don't use subtitles. I'll go back to make sure I catch everything. So I probably pause it like 5 times or more. Trevor?
If the movie's really interesting, I don't generally go on my phone. Generally, when I'm on my phone, I can like look up and watch. I'm generally texting you or AJ. AJ, what's up, bro? We got a collab soon. It's generally texting you or like AJ or someone, you know. But I don't pause them. And if I feel like I missed something, I'll rewind them. But if it's a movie I'm watching for the first time, it's either I'm like looking at the screen typing or like I'm not on my phone.
Yeah,
but totally. You're one of the few people. Like if we ever watch a movie together and you go, I have to go on my phone for a sec. I'm taking your phone away like your mom. Okay, I'm gonna do.
All right, that's fine. I just because I would have to pause it. Sometimes though, if I've seen the movie enough, like I'll be fine. But I just feel
I'll allow it. Yeah,
I feel so disrespectful.
Andy's in here.
Really?
Yeah.
We have a lot of catching up to do. There's a lot of conversations going on. I encourage that. That's cool. So I'm just looking for some questions.
I know.
Which sports championship do you get most excited for? It's hard to argue with the Super Bowl because it's kind of become this national holiday in a way.
Agreed.
So.
Yeah. NBA Finals is great. NBA Finals is great. Super Bowl, I think it. Go ahead. Sorry.
It's so funny how
I'm lagging right now.
No, it's just funny how we do that. Like, I don't get bothered by it. It's just funny. Yeah. It's like a meme in and of itself. Someone could record all the times we do that. But I love the college football playoff and national championship. I love it. So
I know you do. I'm a diehard UFC fan, so any championship fight tickles my pickle, man. I get excited. So yeah, I'd say those. So they're great.
And there's Andy. He said Guardians 2. Get out of here. You know how I feel about that, Andy. I disagree. Howard Ratner voice. I disagree. Let's see. We already answered that. There's a lot of just conversation, so I'm looking for
going on.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
I think we're caught up on questions. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, there's like one more. I think this might be the last one. This is the last question. So this is the last question we'll take. If you got Michael Bay money to direct a movie or trilogy, what would it be about? And what genre would it cover? That means if I had a monumental budget, I would probably just do I don't know. I would want to do like an action comedy, kind of like The Other Guys, but like on steroids, something like that. Yeah. I would do The Other Guys on steroids, a little more serious.
That's a really good like Other Guys type film. That's funny, but like more following the likes of Dwayne Johnson, Samuel L. Jackson, their characters in that movie. You know, like how they're like super badass and fun. A trilogy would be because I know they don't do it. Well, like a what is Prisoners count as suspense and thriller, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yes.
A trilogy like that because that's never been done before. I get that's not you don't need that money to do that, but like that would be pretty interesting to do. How if you could carry it on goodly. Yeah, action comedy, romance comedy, anything like that.
We'll take a few more of these questions before we end this thing up. Don't want it to get to 2 hours because I know that it gets late out here for me at least. Cam says watching a movie with Chris is literally the most irritating thing ever. Glad to know that. Yeah, but I actually just like to comprehend what's happening on the screen. Have you seen that video? It's like, is it Billy the Grim Reaper? You know, is it the Billy and Mandy show or something like that? As the kids, yeah, that's how I feel sometimes. Sir said, I am the exact same way. Glad to know there's other people out there like me who pause it if they check their phone because they don't want to miss or disrespect the art, Trevor. Clearly, you don't care enough.
Oh, don't even start with
it. Most overrated Pixar film. Wally. Can't stand it.
Easily. One that might ruffle some feathers. Inside Out, man. I'm not the biggest fan of Inside Out.
I love Inside Out. But I guess I can respect your opinion as a fan of film. What is the most ridiculous conspiracy theory you've ever heard? The moon landing is fake. And Stanley Kubrick shot it.
I don't understand that. What's another one? Yeah, moon landing one's like, it was fake. Okay, my friend Tyler, who works with me, he tells me that in 2012 the world actually ended and there was no proof that it didn't. Or just living in simulation.
Mm-hmm.
That's freaking ridiculous.
It is very, very absurd. Yeah. That is absurd. Favorite non-movie celebrity? Trevor, do you have any?
Non-movie celebrity? Does like athletes count?
Yeah.
Right now, honestly, Pat Mahomes, man. I'm an advocate for Pat Mahomes. I freaking love that dude.
That's a good pick. I would have to say I love Kirby Smart, head coach of the Georgia Bulldog football team. Love him. I also love LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron's great. Maybe like Michael Strahan, how he does like the talk shows and he does like commentating on football. I love Michael Strahan. What's like a judge? I like Sammy Cowell. I really do.
That's interesting. I like David Dobrik, the Vlog Squad. Ilya, I think, is my favorite. Like, he's always getting injured. I love Ilya. He's my favorite.
Mine too, dude. No lie. I swear to God.
That is so funny.
Jess doesn't like Ilya that much. I think he's the funniest when he gets hella drunk and then he's like freaking. I've been watching Vlog Squad videos like crazy lately. When him and Natalie ate like the world's hottest chocolate. And he's like freaking out, and he's like throwing up. Oh my God! I also love Natalie. I love Natalie so much.
Me too.
David Dobrik, come back, man. I know you're not watching, but
he pops his shoulder back in place. He reminds me of myself because he's just so dramatic. He was like, "It's in," and he like popped his shoulder. Just his facial expressions. He's so funny to me, dude.
So funny.
The one where they go to they go to Chicago and they like get him to go to Miami. You've seen that? I'm assuming like it's a great one.
Yeah. And then he's like, he sits in a hotel for 3 days. And he's like, my friend to go. And he's like, no, you're not going to find me, bitch. And he does.
Oh, man, I love it. Top 3 films of all time. In no order. Right now, A New Hope, Whiplash, Good Will Hunting. In no order.
Top 3 favorite film of all time. No order. Infinity War, Return of the King, Perks of Being a Wallflower, Warrior, We Are Your Friends, Miracle. I'll stop. But any of those. Yeah.
Monsters University greater than Inc. Got a hotter Pixar take. WALL-E's the worst Pixar movie. I guess that's a hot take, but that's fine.
Monsters University, I enjoy watching Monsters U more than Monsters Inc. I think Monsters Inc. is great. I enjoy Monsters University a lot more. It's fun to me, man. It's so fun.
Yeah, and the worst injury you've ever gotten. We'll end on this one. I broke my finger. It's still kind of crooked, my pinky finger. That's it, though. I had nothing too serious. What about you, Trevor?
Happened this year. This is gonna be stupid. It's not the worst injury I've ever had, but you can see the scar on my head. Can you see that scar?
Right a little bit, yeah.
Okay, so it's not that very big. I posted on my Instagram story, "Stay in school, kids." I was loading my trailer, like stepped on a rake, end of the rake, nailed me in the head. Almost like knocked me out how hard it hit me in the face. But the worst one I had is on my knee. You probably can't see it, but my knee, you can see this weird little bump on it. I was going up the down, like how my knee's like not flat. It's hard to see. Mm-hmm. But I have a scar like that big on my knee. I was going up the down escalator like a dumbass with my cousin, and my right knee fell on the platform. My left knee smacked into the edge of the escalator, and I had to get 13 stitches in my knee.
Oh my gosh.
Like 6 on the inside because it was deep right on my joint. Couldn't bend my knee for a month. It was awful.
Sounds like you've had a lot worse injuries than me, man.
That's good. I'm glad you don't have injuries. What else did I have?
I know I busted open right here. Like one of my eyes, I hit like on the corner of a table. It was actually on 9/11, like the actual day. So I was like standing on the arm of a recliner when I was like 2, and I like fell and I had to get a ton of stitches. I was like bleeding everywhere. I don't remember it because I was young, but that's a pretty bad one.
Can you see the scar on the side of my head right here? This bald spot?
Yeah.
I was a kid. Probably 5 years old. I don't really remember this, but I was spinning in my circle like for a minute, and we had a huge china cabinet in my house with sharp edges. Fell, smacked my head. Don't remember it at all, but like I had a china cabinet that was bleeding, I guess, and my parents were freaking out.
Well,
I almost died.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. I think that's gonna do it for this.
Sorry, worst injury. I got in a car accident. Totaled my car. Yeah, I think I told you the story. I totaled my car, and my head smashed my window. Had a hella bad concussion. I walked away without a scratch on my head, but I've never been so sore, so scared, so terrified in my life. Junior year, I got in a car accident.
You just had some bad luck, man.
Other than that,
yeah. They're still kicking it, though. They're still kicking it, though.
There we are. If you don't hear from me one day, then you know Trev's gone.
Well, that got morbid real quick. Now that is a wrap for this live Q&A this time. Thank you all for joining. Hope you enjoyed. If you're catching the replay, definitely consider hitting that like button. And I hope you all enjoyed the stream. We love doing these. You can expect to see another one next week. Maybe we'll have on a special guest. Who knows? But Trevor, where can the people find you?
People can find me at TrevSandro1 on my social media, and you can go over to Film Geeks on YouTube. I posted a Blu-ray hunting video today. Tomorrow I have a Blu-ray Criterion unboxing. What's in the box? That's happening tomorrow. And a 2020 favorite movies of 2020 so far coming later this week. All that and much more.
Awesome. I will be on the lookout for all that. If you haven't subscribed to Trevor, definitely head over to the Film Geeks channel and do so. Got a lot of awesome content, and you'll see some collabs between us on his channel in the future. As for the Film Stock channel, I've got a 100 movies I missed update coming tomorrow, so definitely stay tuned for that. I have some collabs coming, possibly with this guy Trevor right here, another live stream, and then I have some other videos planned that you'll just have to wait and see, because I'm still figuring out the schedule for everything. But more videos in the future. Hope you all enjoyed, and until next time, see you guys later.
See you guys.